I saw Miss Congeniality in the movie theaters whenever it came out in like 1999.
The one with Sandra Bullock.
Of course.
Bullhawk.
We had to when I was in 6th grade. We had to make a movie poster for a book that we had read, and somebody. This is right when Speed came out. That's how old I am. And
94?
Something like that. Someone decided that
year
they
I
were
was
going
born.
to use the exact same cast of Speed for their cast of their show, their movie, on the poster. And the person thought her name was Sandra Bullock. And so now every time... I thought that was so stupid that now every time I fucking hear about Sandra Bullock, that pops into my head, and I'm like...
And it can never be unheard.
It will never be, right? I'll never not associate that with her.
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra
How annoying.
fucking I know. The mind is an awful place if you think about it. Get it? That was meta.
Wait, what the fuck was the BDE? And then we had like some like rainbow hat there or some shit. Did you see that before you
I did not.
selected that shit? Yeah.
I did
There's
not.
a lot of conflicting symbolism in our...
No.
our
Like
table.
before you like went to go like select our live stream, there was like 3. You see that the
Big energy from your dick, it would seem. Well, good for them. We have more followers.
what the fuck type of shit is that?
Oh. There are other BD podcasts, but let's be honest, they're inferior.
So true.
They're just outright inferior, and that is they're gonna have to live with that.
For the rest of their lives.
Mm-hmm. Just like Sandra Bullock.
The TV is so loud up there.
I know, it really is. Someday the children will stop being high, and we can go about our lives.
But until then, the children will do drugs.
That's right. I wonder if we're still getting
And
the
we
Wi-Fi
support
off of this.
children doing drugs
We
on
are.
this show. I just want to come out and say that.
I'm glad one of us does.
I speak on behalf of everybody here, including the dogs.
All right.
I'm just going to sit here until we get this figured out.
There's always a new fun problem. I wish I could tell you what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably because they're watching TV as well. Maybe.
No, but I'm not. No, I'm using I'm using two different.
But here's the thing: I'm not even connected to Wi-Fi on this one either, and it's doing the same thing. If you
I'm
look
talking
at my
about
iPad.
your computer.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope it's not the computer, because I have that one hooked up to the Wi-Fi on my phone.
The computer?
That computer is using my phone.
You don't think the house is better?
Absolutely not. We've proven that time and time again.
Have we?
The house is gay.
It's also because the router's all the way back there upstairs, and our repeaters don't seem to work. So I think that this is. Well, I mean that looks better, does it not?
This is as good as it gets.
It might be. It might
If
be.
you want
Kirby,
better
can I ask?
production, we recommend you donate money to the BD podcast so we can buy equipment and further bring
Better
you-
internet, and we are a registered 501c3. That's not true.
Also,
We are a registered religion.
did we? Yeah, that's true. Dude, do we even have the access to better internet here?
I don't think we do, and that's a kick in the dick.
It is.
Yeah.
So we're going to just have to pick up and relocate this entire
Yeah. I wish.
and neighborhood because it's a good neighborhood.
I know.
We need
My
a lot
neighbors-
of donation Monday. Shit.
So I thought last week went well. It was a bit scattered to begin with, but I think it was good.
Yeah, it went really good, dude. I was sleeping. for once.
Sorry.
It was nice.
Well, yeah, I mean,
No, you don't have to apologize. By all means, I thought it was an excellent Friday night for me.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
We
Well, would you prefer to be sleeping, Michael, or being on the podcast? Do you have a preference?
I would have preferred to have been here and awake
Gotcha.
and not sleepy.
But you know, the body tells you what it needs.
Yeah, dude. Like, I was the type of tired where I was just a pissed off grouch no matter what would have fucking happened, okay? So, I just needed to go to sleep. Like, you know, the whiny, like, I hate everything. I've only gotten 2 hours of sleep the past 3 or 4 nights.
Yep.
Like,
I've been there. I know what you mean by all that.
Right.
The gill.
The gill.
Newly shaved head.
Yeah, he of shorn cabeza
Oh,
and
really?
cara. Yeah,
That happened?
yeah. He was he went short with his haircut, and he was like, I don't know how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was a story, and I said I think it looks good, and I'm like, honestly, if you're gonna go that short, it's 2020. You may as well go all the way with it and see.
You might as well get a sex change.
Yeah. Why not?
2020.
Just shave everything,
Fuck.
right? Well, no, my thesis is it's fucking 2020. Nothing matters, and like no matter what you do, it might make me fuck my hair up. It looks good. I said basically, why don't you just shave the whole thing off? Because one, if you never know until you actually do it. Two, it's 2020, so if it looks like shit, you can always. Well, people will understand, right? It's like people cope with things in different ways, whatever, blah blah blah. Also, no one gives a shit about what
Like
your hair looks
Britney 07.
like Britney 07, but much less public.
I mean, like, to be
and-
perfectly honest, does anyone give a flying fuck about what anyone looks like in 2020?
No, and that's exactly what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So, and like, if you did shave your head,
Yeah.
people will be like, well, their kids probably just got a razor to them because it's, we're all trapped inside our houses and kids are getting into trouble or whatever. You can blame it on whatever you want. And I'm like, well, after that, you'll always know if you can pull it off or not. So you can do some wild shit. You can dye your hair whatever you want. You can do a mohawk. You can do whatever. Knowing that, worst comes to worst, you can just shave it off and you'll still
I
look
did
all right.
this stuff when I was 9 and 10 years old.
Yeah, I was not allowed to do that.
I wish I had waited. Probably
I
would
was-
have got made fun of less at 9 and 10 years old.
Yeah.
He got memed by a girl. Also, order we're doing okay. How are you?
You got memed by a girl.
By his girl.
Ah,
By his
your
girl. Oh yeah. Sorry. Sleep.
Michael, you trying to throw me off?
I got beaten by my girl. Na 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 na.
Sounds like a hit song.
It is from the White Stripes. I just changed it.
We could start it off with the term power bottoming.
I don't think we have a full enough cohort for that discussion right now. I think we will at some point.
So we have to skip that one for now.
Yeah, I mean we can start. Fuck it. We can talk about whatever.
Well, let's
What
start
about
off with
the-
number one.
What about the importance of communication?
I think that one's always important, and
Order,
I think
what's
that
a power bottom? We will discuss here in a second.
what the I think communication is the single most important thing that you can do in this world as a social creature.
And that's why you speak Spanish.
And that's why that's a reason why I speak another language. Yeah, but I think that also it is the best way to get a better job. It's the best way to increase your stature in anything is to ensure that you're communicating well and to the right people. And right? So it's it can take many forms. It can be just as simple as responding to a fucking text. As it is to just understanding
I feel attacked.
I don't know.
You try to
I'm
attack
not subtweeting you in anything. I will at you if I need to. Or like understanding what people need to hear in the moment when they need to hear it.
Bedside manner.
Bedside manner. Yep. Or people letting you know what your status is when you're trying to get a hold of other companies and they will not get back to you in a timely manner and they just want to take their time in making decisions and things like that, and that makes your job difficult. And I mean those are very, very big generalizations, but I think that I can speak confidently when I say that I'm sure we've all had some sort of problem within the past 6 months that has been solely based on communication.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would agree.
Did you ever hear?
The tale of Darth Plagueis,
No.
Close.
the wise.
No. I didn't know that he was the wise though, but maybe we'll touch that on that in a bit. Did you ever hear the supposed theory? Have you guys ever heard of the language of the birds?
No.
You've never heard?
I mean, I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Have you heard of that?
Is it literally the language of the birds?
Kind of. So the language of the birds is a supposed lost communication that the original communication verbally that us humans had between each other. before different languages were born. So the theory is like, maybe like ancient Mesopotamia or even earlier beyond that, we were all able to communicate with each other at some point before we started to branch off into different languages. They call it the language of the birds because, I think all birds do understand each other, if I'm not mistaken, whenever it comes to their calls or things of that nature.
Okay.
So, with that being said, there was always a big rumor, like, if the language of the birds was ever found, just because everyone would be able to finally communicate with each other and not have any mistranslations or anything like that, that it would probably be the closest thing to finding world peace.
I think
Simply because everyone would be able to communicate without boundary.
Okay. I think
Interesting.
it sounds more like a Bible parable than anything. But I think that the idea is there, and I think that humans have kind of sort of tried to do that by, having lingua francas, which group people together just based on what's easiest for them to speak. So things like Swahili just ends up being like a cobbled. It takes influences from a lot of different cultures, and I think the places that they spoke it were largely based. Like it's in like East Africa, and places where a lot of trade along the Indian Ocean has been happening for a long time, thousands and thousands and thousands of years, from the Omani Empire and all that shit, right? And so these things kind of develop, and right now I think that English is kind of the closest thing to a lingua franca that the world has because so many countries speak it. But there's been efforts in the past to create an entirely new language that would unify everybody, Esperanto being one of them. I don't know if you've heard of that. Esperanto.
Never heard of it.
Never heard
Esperanto. So it's a language, you can look it up. It's like it seems to be one of these things where it's like a language that, it's a bona fide language and you can speak it, and even some universities in Europe will teach in that language if you want to, which is a weird thing to me, but I think it's one of those things where, largely it's an idea and it's kind of a movement, but I don't see how it would, ever take over. It would ever get footing, especially worldwide.
The closest that I think humanity has come to that was probably "We Are the World" for AIDS.
Live Aid.
Everyone's speaking one language.
Yeah,
Not for real.
And then followed up by "Do They Know It's Christmas After All?"
I'm not familiar with that.
It's the same sort of thing, but it's just like, do they know? Never mind.
Didn't they have one like in the early 2000s? And
No, it was
put out by
after
like U2 or something like that.
There was one for Haiti.
That's a Haiti relief one, yeah.
It wasn't. It was 10 years ago, or less.
Sorry, I'm not
Whenever
torturing my
that
dog.
was.
Yeah, I think it was like 2007 was for Haiti.
No, it was past 2000. It was like 2010.
Really?
Yeah, I was.
Because I was in the Air Force then, and the Haiti already happened.
Right, it did not happen in 2007.
Okay.
It happened in either 09 or 10.
I think it might have been 09 then. And let's fact check.
Let's see
Google.
right now what year the Haitian earthquake was.
Oh, good question.
I'm gonna say
voting
2010.
It was actually 2010.
Oh,
Wow.
well, I was still right. I said both. It was like later in the year, though, right?
The Haiti earthquake happened January 12th of 2010, so that was the thing behind it. It was almost 2009.
So I was right. I was
January
actually right.
12th, 2010.
You told me I wasn't right. You said no, it was 2009. But I remember being around the beginning of the year, and then I was right the whole time.
Oh.
That's the story of my life.
That's what you're gleaning from this.
I'm just kidding.
That's your take home point.
I was right.
And then he just loses a complete track of everything.
Yeah.
What were we talking about again?
So it doesn't
what
matter.
was I right on?
Doesn't matter.
Right, it doesn't matter.
The important thing was...
What is a power bottle?
Are we moving on to that already?
Well, I just read.
We were going to touch more on like what other things can.
I think. I think we should get to that.
Communication.
Yeah, you're right. He did lose
apologize.
track. That was well put.
I feel attacked.
Yeah. You're like accurate, but still feel attacked.
You know, how would you say I am at communicating mine?
I think you're very hit or miss.
I've been told that.
Yeah.
You're honest.
Yeah. I think
Sean
that
low-key sus.
I think that I think we can all work on everything, but I think setting expectations is the biggest thing that anyone should do.
Isn't that a mistake to set expectations?
No, it's the most important thing. It is the most important thing. So I think that that's the key, especially professionally, about relationship building, right? Is to always make sure that the person that you're speaking to expects a certain thing, and that ideally you can then over deliver that. So you can say, okay, well, I hear what you're saying in a transaction, right? I hear what you're saying. I know what you need. Here's the expectation you should have from that. I'll do my best to meet or exceed that, right? So, that's in the professional sense. That can be anything from, how you want to work your day to when you're going to, I'm going to show up at this time and then I'm going to be leaving at this time or something, or I want to work this many days from home or whatever, and just working it out with them so they know what to expect from you, so They don't have a reason to get all butthurt when it doesn't work out like that, or if they just don't know, or when you're talking about something like, I don't know, even what to expect from a workout, you know what I mean, or what to expect in terms of timing or anything like that. It's always good to set an expectation, and then you can alter that from there, because you can't be every expectation you have, if you're looking forward to something or if you're let down by something, that's all based on the expectation that you have.
Right.
Standards.
And so that needs to, you need to have a reason to feel like something is going to happen or something's not going to happen.
It makes sense.
Yep. So
that is a good way to go, to have expectations.
You always just need to understand what is the expectation for what's going to happen.
And when you don't get expectations, it can fuck with you negatively.
Yeah, if you don't get official ones, right? Or if you don't give them, right? Because then that's where you don't see eye to eye with somebody, because they were expecting this, or So everything from even when it came to you moving out of your house, right? The expectations for all parties involved were not exactly the same, right? And then that causes conflicts, because you have different sets of expectations about what's going to happen, and when you guys don't align on those, then it's that's where miscommunication happens, and that's when people get into fights, and that's when, or whatever, people have disagreements, and it doesn't work out as well as it could. So.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but he's really being extra cute. Look at this.
He is.
He just worked himself into this.
He's probably glad he's not getting molested
I
anymore.
know. It's just
small
keep me away from that one. Okay, buddy. I can do that.
Let's talk about why text communication is the worst kind of communication.
Because there's no tonality behind it, and tonality is one of the most important deliveries of anything whenever it comes to communication.
And I feel like it's more true for some people than others.
Right.
And it's very true for me. So,
dude, holy fuck. Have I ever had some miscommunication before on text, just because it's people can't tell if there's sarcasm or other things like that, because it's all based on tonality.
Yeah.
Holy shit, especially in relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend relationships and shit, dude. Holy shit, there's been some bad ones. Sometimes they'll get in an argument over text message or something like that, and you can't say something quite properly, but they demand a response, so you give it to them. But then it just, oh, wait, I totally see how I could sound like an asshole, but I didn't mean it that way. And then they're already pissed off.
Right.
So.
Yep.
True.
So that's why we pepper things in, LOLs and emojis and things like that.
Exactly.
To try to infer, that you're not being sarcastic, or that you are, or that,
I think people put LOL when I put it when I am being sarcastic, and I'll be honest, sometimes I put it a lot when I'm talking to people.
I do too.
And I never used the term LOL until I was probably about 19 or 20 when I started dating.
Yeah.
And on Tinder and stuff, and learn how to just text people, have text conversations, which are not the funnest things,
right?
Usually, and LOL. You gotta pepper in LOL.
I think it softens it.
It does.
It's weird. We're kind of the LOL generation where like you kind of need that to know that people are, to know that you're not being super serious about everything. Because nobody, this day and age, first of all, people read too much into stuff. So they're like hyper aware, but they're also simultaneously, they don't, like they overanalyze, but they also don't take anything seriously. Which is a weird juxtaposition, right? So...
That is exactly what my grandfather does.
The all
Facebook.
caps.
He's currently in Facebook jail for commenting on something that Jane Fonda should be shot.
Oh, we were just talking about her. What was I talking about her?
Yesterday? Or
it was when I was on Growler Live.
Is it because of what I said?
No, it was just... Wait, when?
Remember I said that Talib looked like he learned to work out.
Oh, I think that's why I was thinking about it. It might have been the same night because I had a cigar and I was on Growler Live. And someone said something.
That's when Mike has been naughty. A cigar and Growler Live.
I'm not naked. You're not allowed to be.
You're in a robe.
No, he just has a leaf that he found off the ground.
No. Anyway, I was just talking about how like it must be sweet to be Jane Fonda because you're old and rich and like you can just get arrested for disorderly conduct and basically flip off the judge and be like, bitch, I'm Jane Fonda. Like, the fuck you gonna do to me?
But she is old. She probably doesn't like that.
I don't think she gives a shit. I think that's why she keeps getting arrested.
Does she keep getting arrested?
That's my understanding, yeah.
For what?
Like acting the fool at protests and stuff. Like not cooperating with police.
Like going to North Vietnam during the war.
Yeah. Is that her?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know she was that old. Goddamn.
Yeah. She's in her 70s.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
No, but back to communication. I also read something interesting that apparently it is common understanding amongst people of Gen Z that if you just write K instead of OK, it's like
short cut off like fine.
Yeah.
Like one of those like
they get like super triggered.
Oh yeah.
That's
like
Gen
it's
Z.
it's an act of war.
Yeah.
Which one's Gen Z?
Gen Z's after millennial.
After us.
I'm a millennial.
Yes, you are.
I think you're barely a millennial. Yeah.
Shut your fucking.
I'm just saying. It is.
I'll tell you.
I my
think
understanding.
Millennial goes to I thought like almost like 2004.
No. I think it's like I only think it's like 95.
Okay.
Because I think that, like young professionals now are now Gen Z. I get hit with that. I'm fighting. You just hear K, and that's it. We're throwing hands, son.
Okay, 81 to 96.
96.
Mm-hmm.
So that's real close.
That's a significant generation right there. 81 to 96.
Yeah. Yet it's only 15 years, but a lot happened in those 15 years.
Or did it ever?
The technology. That's why, I mean, I've said this before, and I'll say it again, but I even think that people that are 4 years my junior, we are not the same generation. And never was that more apparent than when I was in grad school and I was teaching undergrads that were, like I said, like 4 years younger than me. And, like, it was just completely different the way that we interacted or, acquired information or whatever because, like, for me, I didn't get the internet until I didn't have personal internet access at my house until I was a sophomore in high school, right? And so all the shit that we do on the internet now, right? Like, talking to people and getting information, like, not in the library and all that shit. I didn't have that until at my house. Like, I'd have to go to the fucking library until I was a sophomore.
They bettered you.
Well, what I'm saying is that, like, I was of the generation that we knew what life was like before it, and we definitely know what life is like now with it. But it was also sophomore year in high school. Like, that's a very formative part of your social development, right? In high school. So, like, by the time I was a senior, I'm, like, chatting on AOL every day after school. AOL Instant Messenger.
Oh, yeah, that was the times right there, boy.
Yeah, but, like, that wasn't a part of my childhood. That wasn't part of anything. So, like, but people who did have that 4 years before me.
I got my AOL.
They were, like, sixth grade. That's different, right?
See, those people you're talking about, they're 5 years older than I am.
Right. But like, their social development, this is ridiculous. That social development that they had, or that social tool that they had, being the internet and being able to talk to people online and not call them on a landline and ask for them instead of their mom.
Oh my god! I
we
remember
did
some
that.
girl.
Yeah, but like but a lot of people didn't, right?
Yeah, they did. even people my age.
Okay, but that was like the only way to get a hold of them previously. There was no getting them online.
In
right?
the early 2000s, you know.
Dude,
I get that, but what I'm saying is before that was the only way that you get a hold of them.
Yeah,
Now you had AOL Instant Messenger. You could have multiple computers in your house, whatever. Like you could talk to people, right? Like that's like they had that in 6th grade. I had to wait until like middle of high school to do that. So their ability to do the way that they interact with people and the way that they did their fucking book reports or whatever was way different at an earlier age. And that's why I'm saying, because I had 4 more years of social development that was without
I don't know that it jumped that fast everywhere.
by the way, Order wants to know if you guys could imagine teaching a class that's nothing but like.
Yeah,
I think so.
I thought about
I was
being
an
a
exercise biology
substitute teacher. Being a substitute history teacher.
I don't have the patience.
I would absolutely see you doing that.
I'll teach
So
a martial arts
I would
class
just like,
with people.
you know, oh, I don't have anything to do today, and they call me, do I want to go substitute this class?
Yeah. You should do that. You only need you need a bachelor's, but I think.
No, you don't.
You don't?
Mike, I don't know if you're...
I think
have you been implying California standards this entire night? Because you're talking about all this shit, like technology. Maybe in California it was like that, but it wasn't like that here.
Okay.
I didn't have...
What technology was not like that, though? I want to know, because, like, everything you said, like, I
Like, I was going to the library in 2004.
Okay.
You know, maybe
well, you're also younger.
Oh, no, but the library, too, for me, was, like, a cool hangout spot, though, too, for me.
You had a good library. We had a pretty good library. We had a cool hangout spot. I didn't have any friends I met there.
Oh, yeah, we had, like, friends. Well, it was also attached to the public park where we were at, though, too.
Okay.
So we would meet, like, people and, like, go skate and shit like that.
Okay, yeah, very different.
Yeah.
The friends I were meeting, they were in the books. I was meeting Marco Polo.
Oh.
Okay.
You were taking the reading rainbow going on over there. Okay.
Club Penguin spot. Oh, Lord. Like Penguin books, I guess.
But
no,
we didn't
like,
really start.
Was a real thing.
We didn't use any
it was
internet
like an
in
online
school,
game,
really. We started in maybe 2005.
Okay.
You know, we had always, since 1st grade, we didn't have any in 1st grade. Maybe starting in the 2nd grade.
I'm not talking about in school, though, by the way.
Right.
I'm talking about, like, on your own time. Like, you get home from school and you want to talk to your friends. And you could do that.
Everybody in my area used the phone, the landline. We were still calling each other in 2005.
Shit,
you know, no one had a MySpace because we were too young.
Well, see, that's different.
Though.
Okay, so
but we were 12. But that's a
okay. That is fine.
Okay, so 7th
I was
grade.
12.
7th grade was whenever I was 12, and that was for me. So I came down here in 2001. That was my 5th grade year. So 2003, I was starting to use AOL Instant Messenger. Had a MySpace at that point as well. Shit, I remember there was this other website then at that point, and it was like 2003. It was called Spin the Bottle, and I started talking to like fucking girls on that way.
Wow.
And like cute girls that way. Yeah, it's picture like Tinder, but for like kids that were even like under 18 and shit like that. You can imagine how great that
I'm not
was
gonna
for
picture
like
that.
child predator. Like,
oh my, that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah. But no, like I actually made some like good friends, and I'm still in touch with them to like this day off of that
and
shit.
none
like,
of them
that
were 50-year-old
girls.
men.
No, seriously, they weren't.
Not a single one.
No, like there was even like one girl that we played like piano over the phone with each other and shit like that, and like it was like
Spin the Bottle.
Yeah, and like all sorts of shit. But we like kept in touch with each other. I remember off of AOL Instant Messenger, and we could play games on AOL Instant Messenger. Shit, that's whenever I received my first nude from a fucking girl was AOL Instant Messenger back then. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Holy shit, man. All my friends in middle school had it. I remember MySpace when that came out and everyone obsessing. I'm not in your top 16, like, and shit like that, you know? Your top 16 friends.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm number 3. I'm his number 3 or some shit like that. Oh, man, I remember all that. Bands started to get onto the social media, and then you had all the MySpace bands. Do you remember any of those?
I mean, I knew that they put music on there, but I
bands that got like specifically big from like MySpace only.
No.
So like Asking Alexandria was a MySpace band.
Never
and they
heard of
got you never heard of Asking Alexandria?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. I think probably one of their top songs on YouTube has over 100 million views and shit
wow.
like that. But they were like the biggest emo band, I would say. Like
That
emo,
sounds about
screamo, like the Scene Kid shit.
Yeah.
All the Scene Kid music started from MySpace. I'll say that too. That was like 2000. Yeah, Ask Me Alexander, pretty lit. Yeah, ASL. Oh my god, yeah, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, sup, ASL, all that shit.
Yeah. The easiest thing to lab out.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude, there was some crazy shit.
I had an AOL when I was in like 2002.
Yeah.
But the internet, or like the the computer was, the way we interacted with it was so much different. Like, you know, it was in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You didn't know how to really work it.
Okay.
You know, and like you went on AOL and it was like, it was you didn't have, like now I view the internet, there's no limits. You could do anything really. There are no limits.
Right.
It's true.
But back then, it just seemed like it was very contained. You know, it was like you go on AOL and you click around AOL, but, but you don't really, you know.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You know what came out at that same time period I started doing was World of Warcraft.
Wow.
Oh, never played.
God. That shit came out in I think like 04 or something like that.
Yeah.
That's how old World of Warcraft is.
I bought my first computer game in like 2006.
Yeah, that's how old
it was. Medieval Total War.
Medieval was a great game, dude.
The very first one.
That sounds about
It might have been 2005, actually.
No, my favorite was Age of Empires. I like that, but I also played Roller Coaster Tycoon, and that came out in like '97.
I played some of the
Tycoon. I love that.
Games.
Yeah, I love that game. That game was great. Mm-hmm. There's actually a previous game to that in the franchise that was called Dino Park Tycoon.
Holy shit, really?
You make a dinosaur park, yeah.
Oh my god.
I remember getting that when I was in like 5th or 6th grade, and that was the shit. And then maybe Roller Coaster Tycoon, it was just like way better. But
I remember Sim City.
Got a lemonade stand.
Oh, what was that one? Yeah, no, the lemonade stand. What was that one game? It was like really fucking big. I think it was like Elysium or some shit like that back then.
I tried to play Knights of the Old Republic.
Coder.
And
oh my god,
I was not smart enough to figure it out, or
because there's the
or like I was like
decisions,
I was pretty young,
like that affected your,
and like our home computer I guess sucked, or I don't know. I just was a little early.
Yeah,
for myself.
It's a mature game. It's very mature. They have that new dino game called Jurassic Park Evolution. I've not heard of that. Do you make an actual park, or is this just like another horror bad experience at Jurassic Park scenario?
Those medieval games.
Oh, it's like
Tycoon.
But like.
Have you ever played any of them?
Yeah. Which one?
Medieval, the Total War game.
No, I don't think
so. Satisfying.
I don't think so.
Because they have the large map-based strategy, and then they have actual battles.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to just set up these huge battles based off of history, and the graphics are really good. They were even good back then. But now, like, even a game that's 10 years old, if you got a good computer, and that, because the game was better than the machinery 10 years ago when it came out. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Like, but now, it probably looks great, so I'm going to download it and start maybe playing it again.
Some of those old ones are the best. So
there's this mod for it.
Is going good, by the way, and Pokemon was fantastic.
I played a little bit of the Pokemon on my Game Boy, but I just never got that much into it.
Yeah, like the big thing with me is that, like, I had people at school get me into Pokemon, and then every single guy at my school had like Pokemon cards and were playing Pokemon. So it's like you either were or you're a social outcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yu-Gi-Oh was a lot of fun. Yu-Gi-Oh. That was a complex ass game. Like,
it was. I had the arm thing for the.
Oh shit!
You know.
No, you didn't.
Dual disc, motherfucker.
Damn. When I was about 10 years old, maybe 9, I entered the.
I'm just thinking about other things.
I entered the counterfeit Yu-Gi-Oh business, and so we had a really good.
I'm sorry, counterfeit Yu-Gi-Oh business.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you trade those fake cards for those rare real ones.
No. I straight cash, homie. We had a really good home printer because my grandma's had a home office, so she had a good printer for like 2003 standards. And so what you would do is you would copy.
Dude, he was trapping.
You would scan I had like Obelisk the Tormentor, for example.
Fuck yeah.
That I bought at the special store.
Cards,
exactly.
Yeah.
And so the printer was really good, and I would glue it the picture to a real card, so it would have this thickness. Yeah. And I guess people were just too stupid to notice. And I was selling them for like $30, and I'm like 9 years old, and I felt bad about it.
So you've been hustling your whole life.
I felt bad about it.
The salesman, the
scammer,
the communication.
But I only sold them to people that
Sean the scammer,
people that sucked. Like there was this kid named T.J. Malik, and
we're using last names. God damn. T.J. Malik. Kid. What's up? Your Obelisk the Imposter or the whatever. He
went through puberty early, I guess, but he was just bigger. He was just obnoxious. The way he would communicate with you, and a bit of a physical. He liked to get physical.
Yeah.
Not necessarily with.
That sounds like the perfect guy to take $30 from, Sean.
Well, he didn't even know.
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't. But he would do it as a term of endearment too. That would just be how he'd communicate very physically.
Yo, what's up,
he probably had a real bad home life and didn't learn proper. He had a lot of discipline issues.
Dude.
But I bet he could be a capable guy. I bet.
Do you think he's digging ditches now, though, or do you think
possible.
He's a CEO?
No,
no. Keeping it real was not going to achieve anything special.
But I only did the Yu-Gi-Oh card thing for maybe one batch. Okay. So it's not like I did it long term.
Okay.
Only one.
You got out of that game early.
I just felt bad.
Oh, you man.
Yeah.
Those Yu-Gi-Oh
what broke you?
Just, I only did it like one day, but it was so easy. It was just like, okay, I can do it. I'm going to stop, though. That's a problem that a lot of criminals make, I think, is they go to the well too many times.
Yeah.
A lot of people get caught from that. A lot of people, they just go back they keep going back and they can't stop. And that's what fucks them.
Yeah.
This one guy sent, was it Google? All these invoices for years and for nothing. He would make them up.
And Google would still pay them.
And he would pay
them. And accounts receivable would be like, fine.
And this dumb motherfucker, he got like $10 million, but he was so greedy, he couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
I would have been doing some like couple $100 ones every week. Never got caught with that
greedy
shit.
Bastard.
Mm-hmm. Bro, if you were doing like, let's say $281 a week and just coming up with some random oddball shit or something like that, I bet he would still keep getting that paid.
Or even like $3,400 here.
Yeah. A bigger one.
And then 3 months later, $1,600.
And then someone asks about it like 18 years later. Yeah, we've been working with them for years. Just keep paying with them. They do good work. And like that's just like the one time. Like I've been seeing this name for years. We've been paying them. Just keep doing it. The one time someone does an audit. What exactly do they do? Just don't worry about it.
Mike, do you have any advice to commit crimes?
Yeah, don't get fucking caught.
Yeah, cover your ass.
Cover your ass.
I mean, not that I am a fucking expert, because
not that
I'm, the be gay, do crimes
scenario.
I only cover the first half. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We clearly are not in the same social circles.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious, though.
Yeah.
Do you guys actually sell yourself for sex or stripping? I mean, yeah, we already kind of do in some of us here. But continue.
No, that was basically the end of it. I only covered the first half of that. So, I don't know about crimes that I've committed.
Well,
other than running red lights and shit.
Mike, we're not asking that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's based on that.
But let's ask you.
That was 9, though.
Now let me ask you this: what specific crime do you want advice on?
Rude.
Say that one more time.
What specific type of crime would this advice more relate to? I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, name like a type
non-violent,
white
collar. White collar.
Victimless.
Ooh, have a good lawyer.
Victimless. Crime is victimless. Are you kidding me?
Morally irregular crimes, but not violent.
Okay.
Robin Hood style crimes.
Yeah, kind of.
I like.
Okay.
So we're talking like, you guys have seen Office Space, right? The movie.
It's been a long. I've never seen maybe the whole thing.
Okay, so in part of it, the main rub is that they have a scheme to get rich quick, and they do all these trades.
Oh, I know what it is.
Trades.
I know what it is. And they
so
keep pennies on every one.
Not even a penny. It's like fractions of a penny.
Yeah.
And so they usually just round it. And so they were like, well, we could put those in a separate account and like chalk it up to like a rounding error, right? Or whatever, like, because it's a fraction of a cent. And it happens thousands of times a day.
Right.
Who's gonna notice, right? And so they like look at their account the next day, expecting it to be just like a couple $100,
Yeah.
and it's like $300,000.
Wow.
And they're like freaking out. Yeah, that is.
And then you stop there. You take the 300.
Well, that was it. They were like, "This didn't work out. We're gonna get caught." Like,
yeah.
And so, yeah. But I'm saying that's essentially I mean. Yeah, if it's rounding and it's going half to one, half to the other,
right?
That's more or less victimless, I would say.
Fuck those big companies, okay?
They're not gonna miss it.
Fuck those big companies, and I have an affinity for the.
It's gone off the rails.
For the I wouldn't call it sex work, but using your body to make money.
Yeah.
I have a family member that was an adult dancer. It was my mother when I was a kid. And was it a good thing? No, it was not a good thing. But it can be a good thing.
I mean, it can make money.
It can make money if you're a responsible, organized adult and you don't get into all the other
drugs and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it'll make you money no matter what.
Exactly.
It's just
right.
How you comport yourself in the process.
You got to be a sound person. You don't want to be a person looking for yourself and mentally unstable and become a stripper.
Right.
That's a bad thing.
Yeah. You can imagine.
Order is talk. What order? What are you talking about? As far as
some stripping.
Order. I'll be honest. You sound like you could be the gayest person here. You and that. What's it called? Fraternity that you're in.
Yeah.
What else have y'all done? I wonder. I mean, you mention him a couple times every week, and it's just going downhill.
I also know a lot of homos who are in fraternities. And they're like, I just wanted to be around guys.
But I'll be honest with you.
And I'm like, yeah, fair fucking play. That's
we don't
really
care.
Good point. Yeah,
we don't care. But just say it. We don't care.
What's important is that you're setting expectations with yourself.
Right. Just be honest.
Standards. That's it, man.
Set your expectations. Set your goals even. That's a band.
We could talk about the fitness incentives at work.
I think that's lovely.
Hold on, let me start another hour.
Ending on the standard and expectations thing. Remember, kids.
One final word.
You only get what you accept.
Right. That's true.
I don't know what that means. Oh yeah, I guess
that's true.
I get that.
I mean, that's true.
Sure
yeah,
does.
What am I?
Have some higher standards for yourself.
Someone wants to give you a free 20, you say, no, I want a free 100. That's what my
bitch, I don't
smack, smack it out of your
Smack it out there, goddamn hands. Don't
You're talking
hit me
blue
with
faces.
That disrespectful shit.
Give me a blue face.
Just
I'll make
some
you
bro
blue
stuff.
Bro stuff.
That's
it's not gay if you just hold it in the mouth until the swelling goes down, bro.
Bro
What, you don't
stuff.
kiss your homie on the mouth good night?
I'm not ready
Shit.
for that. Bro stuff. That's hilarious.
Bro
All right.
stuff.
Let's do this. Let's put it on this can here.
Oh, I stole your fucking thing. But I wanted it to smell nice in here, for the people.
Right.
Give them the right thing.
I mean, if Sean had balls, he would still keep his phone over the camera.
My phone still works, Michael.
Dick sucks aren't
It
gay,
does
bro.
too.
Yeah.
Sucks aren't gay, bro.
Well,
Dick sucks aren't gay, bro. Now we're gonna do a segment called Ask a Gay Man.
Is it gay?
Ask a Gay Man. Mike,
yeah.
Do you feel comfortable being a representative of the gay community?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, you already put a fucking flag on my table, so.
You put that there.
I did not.
I did no.
I did not. I had them in my house, but I did not purchase them or put them there.
Did Sean really do that?
I thought, yeah, I'm pretty sure you did.
We've got the American flag. We've got.
I really thought that.
We've got the rainbow flag.
Yeah,
we've got Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
We're drinking. What is it? Starbucks coffees.
Yeah.
Damn, dog.
You're
know all about capitalism.
You don't know who we are.
Freedom and capitalism.
You don't know what we believe in.
Shit. Sean LMAO, what a goat, dude.
You're the goats.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah. You and Steffi Cohen.
We can talk about how much that word is overused and how much.
It's been watered down. But
when I hear in athletics, especially, really anything, but athletics mostly, everyone's the fucking goat. Shut your fucking mouth.
You know a top.
That's greatest of all time.
Yeah.
One of those.
Isn't that a singular?
Singular.
All time does seem pretty. Yeah.
That is a singular word.
Even in a team-based sport, that would be the greatest team of all time.
You know, you talk about different positions and but
still singular.
But I also there's a lot of people. It's like, why would you say that you're the GOAT, man? You know damn well he's not the GOAT. Don't lie to this man's face. If somebody told me I was the GOAT for something other than the Gill, because I appreciate that Gill, but
it is GOAT season.
If someone's like, you're the GOAT at, Jeopardy. I would be, that's not goddamn true. Why are you telling me that? Because you beat me.
I do beat you.
And I am considered really good. Christ. I never lose.
Mike is...
But we also always play after a long day.
That's true.
Right.
So you're not as sharp.
I'm not
or quick-witted.
Quite as well.
Well, and you do like to take some things oftentimes before you start a podcast that can also affect your reaction time.
I don't know.
Barbiturates.
But instead of saying GOAT, my top level compliment that I would say to a guy is that they're based.
They're based?
I cannot.
Some little
It's been
goodness.
It's been ruined.
What do you mean based?
It's been ruined by conservative meme.
What is
factories?
I don't know what that means.
No, but they've taken it now, so it's like when your dad starts
weird,
using kids slang. It's like, no, the uncool people are using it now, so we're done. It's dead.
Based comes from literally Lil B the Bass.
Yes, I do.
What?
California-based rapper.
Yeah,
that you and I saw. That you and I saw. Okay, we will Google for Sean the exact.
What were you going to say before you wiped your face disappointedly?
I'm just trying to figure out what based means.
Okay. So the exact meaning for based is a slang term that originally meant to be addicted to crack cocaine or acting like you were, but was reclaimed by rapper Lil B for being yourself and not caring what others think about you and having to carry yourself with swagger.
I've never heard that term used ever in my entire life, so I would say that has not caught hold yet. Because if someone said you were based, I would also think you're probably free basing cocaine. Yeah. And you're going to be on a 1992 episode of Cops from Orange County, California.
I'm okay with that. But also...
Sorry, no. I was just looking at the screen. I thought it was frozen because Reggie was he was dead still, but I was moving.
Right.
It was very strange.
So base means agreeable, admirable, worthy of support, often used in context where the action or opinion ignores popular trends and social conventions or requires special effort. Used either seriously or tongue-in-cheek to encourage eccentric behavior for comedic effect. I threw away my TV. I only read books now. That's based. I broke all the lamps in my apartment. No more bowing down to big electricity. Based.
Gotcha.
Yes.
I've never heard that term, so either I'm beyond, I am before the times, or I'm not with the times, or nowhere has it been mentioned on my Instagram, Facebook, or anything I've watched.
Oh,
so I kept seeing it on the typical liberal, but now I've noticed
I unfollowed that page.
I didn't, but I don't see their feed anymore, so I think they blocked me.
Ooh. So
which is kind of an honor, right? They've got like 2 million
what
followers.
What have you been
saying?
Not anything super offensive, just pointing out major flaws in every fucking thing they post.
They don't like that, Mike.
Nope. They can suck the fattest part of my dick because they're awful people. And they make money off of peddling conspiracy theories and bullshit. And there is really no honor in
It was stressing me out, so I had to unfollow it.
I know, but Barrett loves it.
So I do.
And I want to know what Barrett's point of view.
I liked some of it, to be honest with you, because it's entertainment.
Yeah.
But I would take it a little deeper, as you do, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like I see bullshit. I'm like, I'm not gonna not point out the bullshit.
So apparently, by the way, on Urban Dictionary, the saying of the day is thoughts and prayers. Meaning, I could care less.
Oh.
But one must keep up appearances, right? So, like, your frenemy has a family tragedy. Thoughts and prayers. But really, it's just like...
That's just not a term that would be used for me.
No.
I wouldn't be good.
I think I could use it.
That's like I was telling you yesterday, saying bless you when someone sneezes.
Yeah. You feel the origination of that.
No, I don't.
The plague.
So,
right?
A Catholic Church originally thought whenever you sneezed that demons were escaping your body, so they would say bless you.
Right, well, the Catholic Church has been wrong about almost everything.
What have they been right about?
Well, recently Francis said... Mike, what did Francis say?
He's a hologram. Don't listen to his bitch ass.
He said...
Did he say it, or was it interpreted as such?
No, well, my understanding, I didn't read too much into it, because I don't really give a shit what the Pope says, but...
he seems like a decent guy.
I think so.
As far as popes go, he really does.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've seen other ones before that are kind of scary.
Like who?
The German let's go through. Yeah. That one was it.
I forget what his name is.
Yeah.
But who's the one after John Paul II?
Yeah.
Oh, Pope
Benedict.
Benedict.
Benedict looks like Palpatine.
He was super old. He's still alive.
He is?
Yeah.
Good for him.
This guy right here?
Yeah.
Oh no, there was like some
old JP2. Anyway, no, my understanding was that he was like, yeah, I'm down with civil unions. But I don't think,
Did he say he was down with OPP?
He did not.
And he's like, yeah, you know me.
I think that was implied.
Okay.
Order, I don't care. Why are you telling me this? Unless you're just sharing, in which case I appreciate your
candidness.
Your candor, yes.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
If you have to kiss a jizz cock, then you have to do it for the fraternity.
Sock.
Workout.
No one asked.
That's disgusting. I wouldn't be kissing
anyone's
jizz.
I don't recall ever asking the worst thing you have to do.
Okay, look at how...
I'm gonna be honest, Order.
This is a picture of like every single fucking...
All the popes. That should be our new background.
The popes.
I mean...
Just a compendium of popes.
Supreme Pontiffs of Rome.
Yeah.
33 AD.
There's a lot of those that are just in charcoal.
Pope John Paul II, who was
that was the dude
right after John Paul.
Yeah.
The first was from Poland.
Oh.
Yes. So this one is a soccer player that I think is scary.
Pope Benedict actually seems like his brother was dying recently, so he went and visited him in Germany. And Pope Benedict, he seems like a decent man.
Couldn't say.
But an old man.
Yeah. A decent yet old.
But, Francis seems a little more with it.
Yeah. He's Argentinian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's a lot more progressive.
I don't know where John Paul stood. I believe he's regarded as a good person.
That's my understanding.
So I didn't know George W. Bush was a pope, first of all. But the middle one right there, dude, that's what I was saying. That guy looks scary, dude. You know why? Because he looks like what's his face in that movie Priest. What the hell is...
Jude Law?
No. The one where the priest becomes possessed.
Paul Bethany?
Or whatever.
I don't know.
He's a really famous fucking actor. I'm about to look it up. Hold on.
James Lipton.
No. Like,
this is
sir something.
Yeah, I don't know. Wait, you guys. What are we talking about?
What do you mean, you guys?
You're the one out here throwing out accusations about never wearing jock straps.
No, it was called
You're the
right.
one
That's what it
kissing
was.
jizz
The right. The right. And it was with that guy. What's his name?
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins looks like that middle pope. Dude.
It does.
I disagree, but Anthony Hopkins played the Pope in a movie.
Probably because he looked like John.
You know, there was a series on HBO. It was only out for one season with Jude Law called The Young Pope.
Yeah,
so,
that's why I said Jude Law.
It was really good.
So this
Did you watch it?
I didn't.
Really
this
good.
middle one right here does not look like Anthony Hopkins in this picture.
No.
Do you think so? Man?
He looks like Jude Law.
Jude Law.
He's 80-something years old.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Jude Law is like
I don't
half that age. Okay. If you look him up, you'll know who he is.
Okay.
Who Jude Law is?
Yeah. In my defense, it was Hell Week. What? What are we
like? Look
Hell
at this
Week.
dude again.
Were
in
you
the
in
middle right there? It's
I know.
just fucking creepy.
Oh,
dude.
I get it.
Hell Week? Were you in Buds?
goddamn-
Were you in Navy SEAL training?
Hell Week, exactly. That's what it was, man. He was in the Navy SEALs. That's where all the dropouts happen.
I was gonna be a SEAL, but my biceps were too big, bro. I was too fucking jacked.
Well,
to
I was
be a
gonna
SEAL.
punch the drill sergeant in the face and they talked to me.
Right. I was gonna be a SEAL, bro, but
Not.
this fucking guy's got in my face. I drop him right there. Oh man.
Dude,
That's
that's my
remember when you were
favorite
young
one.
enough to think that fraternities like were important.
I never had a desire to join a fraternity. Never.
Do you remember being so young that your social life in college was like life or death?
Didn't give two shits about mine. But I didn't go away
I'm
to...
just asking the facetious questions.
I didn't go away to a college, though. You know, I commuted and I stayed at home.
Yeah.
Because I was, you know... But I had a pretty good schedule as far as based around the gym, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And that was my social setting. People at the gym.
Yeah. Getting the gains equity. Gains recognize gains.
They do. I think they do.
I agree.
And I see a lot of guys that I feel like, you know, the guys that they start working out for like 2 months and then they start taking a bunch of steroids and then they stop and then they quit working out for 6 months and then they, you know, it's like, come on. You know, what's going on? But they want to be, they carry themselves like they're about it. But they're not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're not talking because of like injury or something like that.
Just because they
just like
aren't dedicated.
Exactly. But they have a lot of excuses.
Right.
This and that, and
I'd keep lifting the weights, bro. But whenever they talked to me like that, I was about to punch them in the face.
I'm getting
so
too big.
Yeah, my girlfriend doesn't want me getting too big.
Yeah, you know, you're a bitch, bro, and so is your girlfriend. Okay.
Whose name is Derek. First of all,
the girlfriend's name is Derek.
I was making a joke. I make joke.
I'm making the fun.
I
Are
heard
we
that.
excited for Borat?
When is it out?
Especially, yes, because I
Yeah,
want
let
to see
me
the
look.
fucking Giuliani scene.
Can we?
You heard about that, right?
Yeah.
I did not.
Giuliani
hear
got
about that.
duped.
Oh no, shit! That's amazing.
Giuliani got duped. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Can we make a BD podcast outing to go see it, please?
It's on Amazon. Going to be on Amazon.
On Amazon.
Going to be.
We're up
So we'll stream it in the small picture.
I do apologize. It came out today.
Oh, there you go.
Fuck me.
Indigo ass.
Jesus Christ.
I forgot how we got where we were.
I couldn't tell you.
We
I don't know. We were
deviated quite
talking
a
about
lot.
the gym and people being overly badass and fighting
No,
drill
but I don't remember how we
sergeants
got
and
there.
stuff
I'm not
like
the
that.
guy.
Yeah.
I'm not the guy.
I told you about that. I was like, I fucking hate
Well,
this.
that came
Swear
from,
to me.
yeah, you know where that really came from though? Was like Vin Diesel back in the original fucking
Fast and Furious,
the original one. I ain't telling no one. I'm not the motherfucker to mess with, and all this other shit like that. Whenever he had the Asian dude on the ground, being accused of ratting someone out.
Oh my god!
That? You remember that?
Look at him now. They're on Fast 11.
I need to find this fucking video.
And John Cena's in it.
John Cena.
John Cena!
The only problem with that.
You ever seen the John Cena prank call?
No.
Oh, man.
That was
Michael, will you please play it?
I definitely can. Oh, yeah, so the subsequent movie film, like I said, came out today on Amazon. It's available on Amazon Prime. Definitely have to see it. Alright, so the John Cena prank.
We can get to that
order. We'll get to that.
Yeah. Heard they're going to space. Wow. I think they should get a DeLorean and do a fucking crossover with Back to the Future.
So we're going to do the animated John Cena prank phone
Okay.
call.
How long is it?
4 minutes and 33 seconds.
Oh, that's a long time. But alright, let's do it.
It's not going to be that bad, trust me.
It won't be that bad.
No.
I'm going to...
And we got to wait for the Charlie Brown ad here.
I never thought Charlie Brown was that great.
I enjoyed it.
You
with
put
my
some
mom
respect on his name.
Yeah.
Charles Schultz. He's from Marin County.
There we go. Christ, Balloon TV.
Hello? I have just one question for you. Are you ready? Am I ready for what? Who's this? Are you ready for this Sunday night when WWE champ John Cena defends his title in the WWE Super Slam? Right now you can order this awesome pay-per-view event for just $59.99. I'm sorry, no, there is not any chance in hell that we're ever going to have wrestling in your house. Thank you, but no. Have a good day.
That's kind of great.
Hello? And goodbye to anyone standing in John Cena's way. It takes on 6 men in a Steel Cage Shoots and Ladders match at WWE Super Goodbye. Order now take $10 for the low price of just $49.99. Sir, you guys just called me, and as I mentioned before, we're not ordering this, so please stop calling my house. Thank you and goodbye.
Why'd they make her so hot? It's a hot cartoon.
Hello?
Right? She's kind of hot.
Hi, can I speak to Champ? Who? Champ? Is Champ there? Who is Champ? That question will be answered this
Oh my god.
Hey, sir. Please quit calling my house. The Undertaker calling me. CM Punk and even Triple H and the Big Show in a space.
Why is she not hanging up?
WWE Super Listen. Hello? Hello? Can you stop screaming in your little sirens and whatever that is? Can you knock it off for 5 seconds? Not interested. Stop calling my fucking house.
Oh my god, but there's still 2 minutes. It's heated.
Hello? I'm watching you. Excuse me? That's exactly what The Undertaker told John Cena. Will he be able to take the
I can't see the last one
in WWE history at this weekend's WWE Super Slam? Stop calling my house before I get your number. I will track you down and absolutely tear you to pieces. Do you understand me? I know you are. John Cena, crazy motherfucker. Calling my house now. No wrestling, no super motherfucking slam is happening in this house. I swear to Jesus, if this is those wrestling again.
Okay, good morning. Hi, I'm just calling this morning to ask if you're a supporter of the United States military.
Oh my God, I apologize. We've been getting calls all morning. I apologize, and yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, I am.
Great. Are you a supporter of the Marine Corps?
Yes.
Absolutely. Good. Absolutely. Great, because a former decorated member of the United States Marine Corps needs your support.
And his name is John Cena! This
Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? I can't even handle it. I can't not handle it.
Available right now at a low price of only $39.99.
I can't believe it's calling me. I'm about to lose my...
Thank you for watching.
Oh my god, that was fucking great, dude.
I'm gonna send you this. There's no need to. Well,
Airdrop me. Airdrop me, my guy.
it's
Asking bodybuilders to fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's giving me anxiety.
Is that Konevsky?
That's the dude.
Konevsky.
Oh shit! What happened? Oh,
Is it Konevsky?
I have no idea.
That's Konevsky. Let me see that real quick for a second. I want to see the picture. I just want to see if that is him. Oh yeah, that's Konevsky. Dude, you need to see what Konevsky does now. He literally gets fucking actual, like, child predators to go into their, like, into his own home. But he's tattooed now, like, on his head. He's fucking jacked. Okay, hold up. I gotta show you this just for a quick second.
These two guys asked,
Dude.
they doubted how much he weighed, the other guy.
So, like, yeah, they were just
Gasser?
measuring it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he collabed with Predator Poachers. Yeah, that shit's crazy. I want to show you that just for a quick second.
I get
It's
it.
like 350.
Look, I'll show you just a
probably
quick
like-
snippet. Look at this. So, like, he has, like, tattoos on his head, and, like, this 23-year-old guy was going to be showing up to meet a 14-year-old girl. But instead, they meet Konevsky, this guy. He's, like, fucking big and all that. Okay. They show, like, the text messages, all this shit. So, that's a 14-year-old girl right there. You can just see, like, a brief thing, and that's a 23-year-old. Okay. Wait, hold up.
Sit down. What are you doing in my house? Сань, проверь его. Проверь, у него есть оружие или нет.
Like, this dude's, like, honestly, like, really jacked. Like, he's probably, like, honestly, like, I know he's, like, 6'4" or something like that. I think he's, like, close to 300 pounds or something.
Oh, more than that.
Yeah.
What,
So-
please? Why are you here?
I'm here just to hang out with that girl.
Hang out? Иди в свою комнату немедленно. What, let's see, what are you hang out? Have you ever watched porn or seen sex? When can I come over? Is your mom there? No, she's not, but her dad is. So why are you here? Tell me.
Please, sir. Please.
What is this?
Please.
Why you're here to fuck my daughter?
No, sir. No.
But, like, long story short, he gets them to, like, call their parents and admit things, and he, like, this one's a tame one with a baseball bat. He had a fucking fire axe in the other one and slammed it into, like, the wall behind some dude and shit.
I was in prison for
Really?
7 years.
Yeah,
in
like,
Russia.
scared the shit out of
You know
some
what we
people. Here. That's, like, the
Mr.
Predator,
Wellington, I
what
will
was
have
it
to come
called
another
again?
time.
Predator Poachers, yeah.
I have to finish with him first.
Just look at how bad this guy is.
Is that his dad?
Talk to Mr. Wellington.
Who's that guy?
No, that's
Sir.
Predator Poachers. So, like,
Take the phone.
this is what they do. They catch child predators and shit like that.
No, sir.
So he's acting like he's the big boss.
No,
And
sir.
that this is like a Russian mobster,
No,
but
sir,
it's
I
a
don't
father
want
of
that.
this child. So they're trying to like scare him straight, and they make him call his parents and all this other shit and tell him what they're doing.
I think I get it. Very interesting.
Yeah. That shit's like really intense
Find
or
out
whatever.
that you did something like this again, I will cut your fucking penis off. Do you understand what I am saying to you right now?
Yes, sir.
Get the fuck out of my house.
People that do
Don't come
stuff
back.
like that, they'll
Get
do
your
it.
shit and get the
They're gonna
fuck
do it
out
until they
right
get
now.
caught.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Саня, отодвинься, дай мойте.
Yeah, but there's like all sorts of different like crazy ass things or whatever. But now Konevsky just turned into like a prankster and shit like that. But that was his big thing that he
Wait.
did. Yeah,
That was.
that him. Konevsky, that's how old he is. That's the same dude. Yep, he got big, didn't he?
No, I think I could have sworn that my old coach uses him or he uses.
He does do coaching
No.
like Konevsky does.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying. He used that as an example of here's one of my clients.
Oh, this exact picture, that one right there?
Yeah, that exact picture.
Yeah. Like, he got... So, like, he went from, like...
What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
I don't know, like, he was, like, kind of, like, overweight or whatever, slightly. Like, even before that, he had... That was, like, him starting out whenever he was skinnier. It goes through, like, this whole thing. He ended up, like, bulking a lot and shit like that. This is, like, 8 years old. And then he, like, leaned out and shit. Eventually. And he had, like, this, like, weird, crazy long hair and shit like that. I don't know. So he was all happy that he got, like, big and shit.
Yeah.
Big. But then you could see he went from that to, like, 300 fucking, like, pounds. Like,
Yeah.
bodybuilder. It's pretty cool, though.
Put the time in.
Yeah, man. That's pretty cool. But that's 7 years, though, that he went from, like, honestly, a kid that was maybe, like, 160, 170. And that, keep in mind, he's, like, 6'4".
That's how it goes. It takes that long. It takes 7 years.
Yeah. It does.
But it's possible, kids. Stay consistent.
Sure does.
And persistent.
There's so many dogs on me right now.
I know.
If you've seen Mike, you know it's possible.
It's true.
You can be a small little man at the age of 25,
Yeah.
not knowing where his next meal is going to come from.
It's true. It's
Or
all
what a
true.
meal
To-
even is.
305 pounds
Yeah.
of meat
Oh.
slabs.
Meats.
All right, both of y'all. Upgrading beef.
If you were a cut
Okay, I
of
got
steak,
you.
what would you be?
I am not.
Why you?
No. I mean, I'd be that fat, but I don't know about that quality. I'm definitely not
Go
treated
BB.
well enough for all that.
What would you be?
He'd be veal.
I don't know.
A well-massaged
Fucking
baby cow shoved
porterhouse.
into a fucking tiny
Porterhouse?
Yeah, I guess so.
Michael, what would you be?
A
Brisket.
tomahawk steak. I don't know. I think that's just like the most ridiculous looking fucking steak that you can get is a tomahawk. Like, to be honest with you, just a giant like Fred Flintstone.
Oh, I
bone
think those are
sticking
great.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what that
I
is.
would-
It's like
I
like
would-
a smaller thing, and the bones like way
I would
bigger.
Bone
hammer
in.
one of those right
Yeah.
now.
Tomahawk
That
steak.
sounds so good.
If it was real juicy and tender.
That's the way they normally come. Is
I've
those
never had
tomahawks. They're
one that good before. Like a steak like that,
Yeah.
never come close.
Really?
Never, yeah. I need to. I'd like to do that.
A pile of mashed potatoes. Oh my god.
Do we want to talk about
John Cena. This.
do we want to talk about fitness incentives or power bottoming?
Well, everybody
Well,
wants
they're
to
one
talk
and the
about,
same, Sean.
depending on how you track it.
I mean,
Michael
hey, man.
is a filet mignon. I agree.
Hey, man.
You are filet mignon.
Don't let anyone tell you different.
I think-
I'd like to be a New York strip.
Yeah. Well, you got the strip part down.
Are Or ribeye. Mike's a ribeye.
That's actually that's a good one.
All right, I'm ready for
I can't argue with it.
It's coming.
At least I wasn't like a chicken fried
Flank
steak,
because you're cheap. And high in protein.
Sean, a stripper. He is a New York stripper.
Alexa, play I'm in Love with a Stripper.
What do you want me to play?
Bitch, we just say you're a London broil.
I'm in love with a stripper.
I'm in love with a London broil.
I'm in Love with a Stripper by T-Pain. Featuring Mike Jones is only available
Mike.
on Amazon Music Unlimited.
I'll take
Suck it.
Station based on
Mike Jones.
Alexa,
She talks
cancel.
too goddamn much. No, don't cancel.
We're not playing a fucking playlist. She said that she didn't have that song.
What was she talking about?
She said that it's only available on premium
Prime.
and you don't have that.
You don't have it.
Correct.
I got all the services on my Alexa.
Well, it must be nice.
Alexa, read me a goddamn book. Should read me a book.
Getting your selection from Audible. Resume
Alexa,
the-
stop.
Well, you don't want your Audible playlist revealed?
We have Spotify,
No,
but I'm not going there.
Why are you playing this right now?
Sean is a T-bone broil.
Look, order calling me
A London broil or a T-bone?
Damn right, I'm a London broil. I'm a lot for a good price. A lot of macronutrients.
There's a lot. There's a lot going on.
A
Right?
London
Sean is a
broil.
bag of
If you had
haggis.
to, a good cooked London broil is probably the best cut meat for us. You know, good cooked London broil as far as it for the money.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good quality.
That's what they would use in like a pot roast, wouldn't it?
Probably, yeah.
That's good meat.
That is good meat as long as it's not. You know, it could be too fat. You don't want it too fat.
I like it when it's fatty. But what can I not say that about?
But you usually do.
Mm-hmm.
You usually do.
Hey-o. I like my girls BBW.
Is that out of a space that because you were smaller
I don't know. It could be.
that could have developed perhaps?
I'd have to talk to a shrink about it.
Reggie,
But I also
quit.
just think I don't know. Chubby faces are cute.
Reggie needs to quit.
Look, if Chris Hansen was here, he would take the tan one's Reggie, right?
Hello there, Reggie.
He would take Reggie. Reggie would have a SWAT team waiting for him outside.
Reggie is just trying to catch a little nut, and I feel bad for him, but
Come on up here.
I'm not having that happen.
Save me!
I'm not having that happen. That
Come
song
on, buddy.
stays undefeated.
Here we go.
Explains a lot with Mike.
Nope.
Order's always looking for a fat joke with me.
Fat with a P.
I guess.
Mike, can you begin your treatise on power bottom?
Like what it is?
Girl, what is a power?
An
bomb?
introduction. Power bombing 101.
Power bombing.
What does that
First of all, that sounds like a
bottoming?
WWE thing.
You're right. Like power bottoming.
So I think
What is a bottom?
there we go.
Finally,
Let's
in all caps.
break it down, right? So
Finally.
so you have tops and bottoms, right?
Okay.
So you're talking about a bottom that puts in the work. That's the only thing I'm thinking.
Yeah,
When they
basically.
throw it back a lot.
Dog,
Is
you
that-
got a girl riding you, but you're the one lifting the bitch up and down while she's on top of you. Like,
No, that'd be a power top then.
what?
The bottom's the one. If the bottom's the one that's doing the work,
Receiving?
that is the power bottom. Yeah.
Got
so
it.
tops and bottoms. Top is the one dicking down the bottom. And a power bottom is somebody who is, very motivated or demanding or whatever, very active. Yes.
So you got a girl like you
That's
hit
a lot
her
of sound
doggy
coming over
style,
there.
and she's like slamming her ass back into you, talking shit like
that would be a power bottom move.
Power,
Yes.
power bottom.
Yes.
I get it now. My man,
Compared to a
thank
gal
you for
that just
explaining
lays
that.
there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you
you
can
hear
you
that
can
noise
you can
coming
have
from
both,
the
but like generally speaking, what?
Wait.
Gary is snoring upstairs.
Quite loudly.
Like a QB and a tight end, yeah, especially if the tight end's last name is Butt. Which
Same
is
thing.
a person.
It's a tight end.
He went to Michigan, I think.
Jake Butt.
Jake Butt.
Jake
Anyway,
Butt, the tightest of ends.
Yeah, he is a tight end.
Nice.
The jokes just write themselves.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I think power bottoms are underrated. Because, sometimes...
Anybody would want to be a power bottom, I would think.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that there's so many layers to this, right? Because, first of all, there's the thing about how, tops have to be the one to put in all the work, and especially if you're, with a dude, like, dudes are generally bigger than women, and, like, that can be a lot of fucking work. Like, that can get real tiring. So,
sometimes.
All the time for me. So...
dude, that was the worst thing with me whenever I was, like, larger, dude. Like, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, sex is real hard when you're bigger. Anyway.
That's why you gotta do it daily.
So that's why...
Get in shape.
That's just asking so much.
Well.
I mean,
I would literally...
The mind is willing, but the body is weak. Big vibe.
Big vibe.
Also, call yourself a power top is also, I mean...
You're probably not.
It's kind of right. It's kind of bragging, right?
I'm a nice guy.
You shouldn't have to. It's the whole Queen of England thing, right? The Queen of England doesn't have to tell anybody she's the Queen of England because it's obvious. So, anyway,
dude, don't stop.
But
yeah, no, that's funny.
Wow. I'm not trying to. I am not trying to tell. I'm not trying to make any inferences about you. I'm just letting you know etiquette. Anyway. Also, generally, the term top is not really needed unless you're talking about some dude-on-dude action. But anyway.
Dude-on-dude action.
Yeah.
It's kind of, guys, in pegging, that's the thing.
Yeah, but that's more like a guy bottoming,
for
not topping.
Female top.
Because the default is...
Michael just put out the call for a female top.
Got it.
Bro
action. That's true. That's true.
Bro on bro
if it's in a
action,
fraternity, it's not
that's
gay.
Remember. The pug action I've been waiting on.
I know. This one's just a little ham sandwich.
Michael, have you ever been pegged before?
I have not.
I have not either.
I've never had any interest in it. Have you ever met a girl that has, though, done that?
Yep.
I mean, I know you probably have.
I've met a couple. I mean, it's not like I know a fucking ton of them.
I've met.
It's not like I have tons
think you know a
I've
ton of
at
them
least
compared
one.
to me or Sean.
Why are you gonna give me the phone?
What?
Nothing. I've met at least one. At least one only. Not many. It's not a common thing.
Oh fuck! You know who I did? I think did that.
Oh wow,
Wait. I think I might have known. Two.
I need first and last names.
No, I remember some girl telling me about like how there was this rich guy that she was like talking to, or some shit. He had like a house in Hawaii, or he had a house in Hawaii, but he always wanted to hit up this girl to like peg him or something like that anytime he was back here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what fucking girl that was that I was talking to telling me about that, and she stopped talking to him, of course, because she thought it was like weird and got sick and tired of it. And then we were talking for a little bit. Because she was tired of, like, she liked the guy and he was attractive, but she also was like, well, of course he was, like, rich and stuff. And, like, that's why I wanted to, like, go visit him in his house in Hawaii. But all he ever wanted from me was just for me to peg him. And it's, like, the first, like, time or two was, like, maybe kind of cool or something. But, like, after that, she was just like, I wanted to be,
Fucked.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, but that was not the case.
I mean, if she's rich and he's paying the right amount of money or whatever, then
yeah.
Like
you're on company time,
right?
Yeah.
It's more like what are you complaining about?
He
right?
never paid her.
Is it that hard? Well,
like this was just like a
maybe
Tinder,
it's something in lieu of cash,
right?
Like a trip to Kauai.
I mean, yeah, right. Like, all you have to do is fuck me in the ass in order to go to Hawaii or some shit.
And she did not like her into the deal, so eventually she stopped.
Mm-hmm. But, and you know who else did, though? The
enough.
person, and I will drop the name, is Kat. You never remember the...
Ooh, I know her.
You probably do. No. You actually might. Sean, does he? You're like, clearly, yes.
Is that girl who does that thing you like?
I have no idea.
The one? The Cleveland Steamer? No.
I don't know what the Cleveland Steamer is. And I don't want to
We're not talking about that here. That is not. I am surprised that you don't know what that is. But we're not. That's an off the record. Anyway, no. So I think it's a good thing, and I think that power bottoming,
powder bottoming.
I think that there's kind of a stigma, with being a bottom, even though so many people are, and I think it's kind of seen as like a less than,
What?
Or not like but like it's thought to be less masculine.
I think
right? There's ownership when you're a power bottom. I think there's ownership to that.
It is less masculine.
Is it though?
It can be It can be well.
Power
if you're
bottoming?
a bottom, you are a woman is a bottom naturally.
Correct.
And that's just
It is automatically more feminine.
They have the better equipment for it. Yes.
Right, and you would want a woman that is very involved and engaged and has a lot of energy and
sure,
confirmed more. Whatchamacallit of order being gay.
Oh, you would power bottom? Yeah.
No, he would let someone peg him for a vacation.
Oh. I mean, probably. I probably would.
I mean, I guess you would have to say it depends on the vacation.
It depends
they
on
would
the
take me on like every single like country in the world and like some
if you
crazy
take me to
shit
Lake
like
Allatoona,
that.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, right.
If you're taking me to World of Coke and then Delia's,
then the aquarium.
Hey, that sounds like a good day.
And then the Waffle House, and then the homeless people.
Maybe not peg worthy.
I've sat in that Waffle House and watched a homeless person shave in a fucking puddle of water before.
Oh, dude,
that's an Atlanta story.
Oh
that's
my god,
so unsanitary.
Yeah, dude, they probably got fucking foot fungus growing out their face.
You got this bacteria in here. You just
that's
all their follicles get infected.
It is.
All expense paid anywhere you want.
You get pegged.
Bottom for that.
How hard are you
I
getting
get pegged?
It depends.
If you take me to every single country in the world and everywhere I want to fucking go, I would say yeah. To be honest,
Michael said you can go in
because
on that
traveling
ass.
is just once, but the booty hole recovers.
Right. Michael said you can go in on this
Oh,
ass
what
as
was
hard
it?
as you want, as long as it's.
I don't think it's a big deal.
all expense paid everywhere.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm just saying. If
Rip
you
this
do,
asshole
the
apart.
Anus can stretch,
Tear it up.
The anus can stretch up to 8 inches before it tears.
Michael's done this research.
And raccoons can crawl into holes as small as 4 inches. So you can like take 2 raccoons up your ass, man. Have some faith.
I don't want to have raccoons in my ass.
That is my specific king.
Raccoon ass.
Oh man, that was like some. Oh, old coon ass over there. He just finished his stretch.
Well, if you said that, it would be. You would think it was
Open
a racial
gallery.
term. A coon ass. Coon.
I literally did
No.
I did not think of that until you said it.
my
I don't
God.
You know that, right?
That was racist.
I did, but
I
I
don't
don't.
know if it's
I
like
don't
that
think
where you're from.
Well, it's also okay.
You call somebody a.
That is not a thing in California. I mean, I'm aware that it is, but like, I don't. If someone said that,
Yeah, well,
on
you're
the
a
West
Georgian
Coast,
now,
you'd be
you're not in California
what
no
the
more.
fuck? Because I think it's kind of like an accent thing,
Coon.
like that versus like who the fuck would say that? That's just so outdated. But no, that's weird. Anyway,
I've seen people just.
she has a 9-inch strap, and you have to ride. You gotta warm up. You gotta really warm up to that.
I'm not saying
Off
no,
the rip,
for
I
sure.
first of all, shout out to Gil, like being fucking well versed in the knowledge of what a man ass can take, because that is important knowledge.
Does a girl's ass difference in what a guy's ass can take?
I would say probably.
But not that much.
Say a woman's ass probably is made to stretch.
Okay, you know what? Maybe a little bit.
I don't know.
No.
But
You
I
know
don't
what?
know.
But you know what
Why
I'm basing
would
that
it?
off of?
Well, because
Why
they give birth.
Because
they're
they
gonna
have wider
stand
hips.
out.
Not
Because
what
they
we're
have
talking
wider
about.
hips.
I know, but
That's not the
I bet
whole.
their asshole gets looser while they're giving birth when they're all
I don't think
dilated.
that that's true.
When they're all dilated, you don't.
Why
think-
would
They
it?
shit themselves.
Oh, I
when
mean,
they're giving
You
birth.
know, there's a
Only-
lot going on. There's a lot of pressures involved.
But that's still just talking about relaxing that muscle.
Look, I'm not a doctor.
Well, that much is clear.
See, do you want me to send you this fun Tumblr thing? The human anus can stretch up to
No!
7 inches.
I
It's
absolutely want to get my medical
raccoon-
knowledge from Twitter.
A raccoon. No. Oh yeah, this is a tweet. Yeah, a raccoon can squeeze into holes as tight as
She's
4
not
inches.
even verified.
You can take
It's
almost
fake.
2 full raccoons up
It's
in
fake.
your
It's
ass.
Russian
Believe
fake
yourself.
It's fake. She doesn't even have a blue check next to her name.
news. Promise you're not doing that in Russia.
Not pushing the hole would contract, right? Yeah. Yes, it would contract.
This is a great
So,
movie.
because if someone called you a power bottom as an insult, you know that that person just revealed themselves as an idiot. Because that's a good thing.
I would think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because it's taking ownership in something that would be that is often stigmatized.
The man on the
or considered lesser.
If a man is on bottom and the woman's on top, the man is still the bottom, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, bottoming just means that you're taking it from the bottom.
Wait, bottom, you're getting inserted on.
Yes.
Top, you're inserting.
Yes, correct.
Gil.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Gil, have you been paid?
He said that, yes.
He did?
He said that a bunch of times.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He said it 12 times.
I thought he was just talking about like random
with fireworks.
Shit. The feeling is like the opposite of shitting.
I don't know if I...
Honestly, taking a good shit, it feels pretty good.
It does.
I don't know how necessarily that would feel. In my mind, if it's the opposite of a good shit, then that means it is bad.
I don't go there, but
I can guarantee you that if it was done right, he's malfunctioning. I can guarantee you if it was done right, you would enjoy it.
I've heard that
any man who has a functioning prostate that has any sort of, because that's the whole point, right?
I honestly don't.
Sorry, it is. I'll save you the time. That is the point.
I've never had
unless it's a mental thing.
I don't know.
Because some people are just into that, but to my knowledge, my understanding, most of the pleasure that comes from anal sex comes from stimulating the prostate.
Get your broken ass away.
Is that for women as well?
No, because they don't have that.
They don't have a prostate?
Correct.
Women do not have prostate.
No, that's why women don't get prostate cancer.
What does a prostate do?
It makes seminal fluid.
Seminal fluid?
Yes.
What is seminal fluid?
The shit that your sperm swims in.
It's transported in. Yeah.
That's all it does?
And it also has nutrients inside.
And it's really large, right?
It can enlarge.
It can be, depending on the amount of dihydrotestosterone. Wait, what is it?
That's
dihydrotestosterone, which is it's a type of like almost aromatization.
Oh, God damn it, Reggie!
Jesus Christ, dude! It's an aromatization.
Who wants to put in the Apple TV?
I know, right?
I'll fucking do it.
I know exactly what DHT is.
Of testosterone.
Yeah.
Reggie!
Dude.
Named after Reggie Bush. A lot of people don't know.
Dude, I thought that was glass breaking, and I was like, holy fuck.
It was named after Reggie White.
Well, that would have been the better choice.
That was the choice. Reginald Otis. Named after Reggie White and Otis Nixon.
Stop, just chill out right here. Reggie is trying to rape you, and you need to just stop.
And we're back.
Hi, everybody.
Actually, I don't think that separated us because I had nothing to do with. But we can't see the chat now.
Well, that's it. We'll see the chat.
Well, we can't see
Yeah, we can't go.
So
back.
we have concluded the council has concluded that being a power bottom, good thing.
I would, yeah.
Hear
I think
you.
it's
Diddly.
Mine is fart.
Dilly. That's what it was.
Fitness incentives. Did you know, before we get started, that Kanye West is finally on Joe Rogan's podcast and it's going to be out tomorrow?
Oh my god.
kidding.
I wonder what he says.
I wonder how he feels about being a vice presidential candidate.
Is that true?
Well, I voted this week, and on the ballot that I saw, he was a vice presidential candidate.
Who's the president?
It was I didn't really pay attention.
Kimbo Slice?
No, he's dead.
I know.
In my mind, it was a Latino name, and I don't remember what party it was, but it was like
Ricky Martin.
No.
Wow.
A gay Latino.
Yeah.
That's what the country really needs, don't you think? A gay Latino.
Apex. What is Apex?
That is a video game.
Oh.
I will talk to you later then.
Apex Predators?
Nah, just Apex.
I've never played it. Is that like the other game?
Apex was like Fortnite.
Yeah,
but
that's what I was talking
less
about.
cartoony.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why every single popular video game decided to go that way. Because look, you got something called PUBG, Fortnite, Apex. I don't know. There's a bunch of games like that, and they all fucking have that like whole kill each other in an arena as everything shrinks down, and you're either on teams or by yourself. But like, Call of Duty did that now. Like almost every game went to that style, and it's really, really fucking lame, to be honest. Like the video games that you experienced are like practically gone.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm 100%.
It just goes in waves. It'll come back.
I'm gonna tell you right now, like there hasn't been like a really good story-based game or one that's like multiplayer that isn't like that in a long time.
Well, remember all the Call of Duties are real quick to beat.
No, the Call of Duties were good, but they didn't have like the whole arena like shrinking, like bullshit.
It's
like,
just a little feature.
Oh, the last.
No, but like PUBG and Fortnite and Apex, that's literally the only game.
I'm not familiar with God of War's.
God of War.
I played some of the God.
I mean,
of War.
God of War's story.
Kratos.
I mean,
The Last of Us. Okay, so you're literally naming 3 games, but like that would be like 3 games that used to drop every month back in the day.
Ghost just released co-op. Yeah, I have friends who are playing that. I'm like,
I haven't played video games in years. Just out of lack of time, perhaps.
Yeah.
I still play World of Warcraft, but I haven't played in honestly about 5 weeks or something like that.
What kind of character are you, Michael?
You remember my buddy Apostle?
Yeah.
Yeah, his dumbass plays Alliance. I was always Horde whenever I started out, and I was a Tauren warrior, so it was like one of those cow minotaur dudes, you know? And I liked hitting people with sharp objects and inflicting pain on them. Still do.
Amen.
I just took that pleasure into real life, honestly. Sarcasm, folks.
Do you see yourself ever being a possible serial killer, Michael?
No, I just feel like it's an easy joke to make with me.
I know. Do you find yourself interested by serial killers at all?
Depending. I'm interested. The one thing that I was always interested in, it's not a serial killer thing, was that Japanese New Age fucking cult that used this fucking sarin gas.
Yeah.
Holy shit. The only reason why is because like chemical warfare to me is like probably one of my biggest fears, and since I feared it so much, I did so much research into it. So I learned like about other places it was used outside of war, and like that was one of the instances.
Supposedly Saddam used it on the Kurds.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps Assad used it on his own people in Syria.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, there was videos of that shit happening. Of I can't remember. I don't think it was sarin exactly. No, I think it was actually sarin, because they had videos of it popping, and they showed like the videos of the chemical weapon. Yeah, no, it was sarin. I'm pretty sure it actually was sarin. So they had the test rounds or whatever, you know, like whenever they demonstrate like sarin being used or whatever, and they were comparing that side by side to the actual footage or whatever. Now, I don't know if they ever said that they found sarin directly in it, but everyone had sarin like symptoms and stuff like that whenever that was happening.
I wonder how freaked out the first people during the First World War was when they didn't even know what fucking hit them. When they got gassed for the first
mustard
time.
gas and shit like that. Man, it was fucking... It's creepy, man. And then they had like that bell too to let them know.
Bing bong.
Yeah, whenever there was any sort
Second
of
floor,
weapon.
menswear.
They would have animals that could detect the gas, like
Mhm.
I think dogs or
Like pugs.
um,
Little pug bears.
the pugs might be. I don't know how they do in the trench.
Probably. Well, they run low to the ground, so. And they don't. They're
They'd be
notoriously
cuddle
resistant
animals.
Are we
to
going to...
trench foot.
We already talked
So-
about animal use in war.
Little
That
pug
was the
bears.
discussed part.
I know.
Alex WTF.
Battle pugs.
Battle Pugs.
That's
That
like,
would be a
It's
good
like
game.
the show Battle Bots.
Oh,
But
that
it's
was
Battle
a good video
Pugs.
game that came out. There's a video game where
I
you
would
could
love
literally pick different crustaceans and just fight each other with like swords. So you could be a crab with like a sword and like fight each other, and it was the dumbest looking fucking thing. But that was an actual Xbox video game that came out.
My first Xbox game was Destroy All Worlds.
That was a great game. You got the anal probe people in that bitch, and also.
Well, I know why you were there.
No, the anal probe thing was funny. I really just like open world sandbox.
I had to clean so many rooms in the house and vacuum so much goddamn carpet to earn $5 at a time to buy an Xbox.
Yeah.
And I had to sell a bunch of shit as well.
Like Obelisk tormented cards.
Bootleg.
I got an Xbox in probably 2000 and maybe 6 or so.
Did you ever play Mercenaries?
Yes.
That was one of my all-time favorite fucking games, dude. Holy shit. Did you ever play that game, Mike?
No.
I had a PS2 for a long time.
I did too. I love that thing.
And I got it, right when it came out. The big one with the big fan in the back.
Yep. So
2001.
Yeah.
I was playing the shit out of that, and then that one burned out, and then I got the smaller one, and then I got an Xbox, and then I went back to. I think then I went back to PlayStation for a little while, but then I didn't have anything. My sister got a 360, and I remember I took it from her one night. Because my friends came over, we were using it, and this bitch was so mad that I took her Xbox. She kicked my door down. She literally kicked a hole through my door.
Wow. She knew what she wanted. Jesus Christ.
We went through a lot of doors at our house.
We went through a lot of doors at my house.
I know you.
That's a great way, in one sense, to describe your childhood. So, what was your childhood like? We went through a lot of doors. Let's just put it that way.
Every single piece of drywall in my room was replaced multiple times now. Now, actually, I've only genuinely, in terms of drywall, I think I accidentally kicked a hole in drywall one time in my bedroom whenever I tripped and fell over a cord or some shit, and I went forward real quick, foot through drywall, right at the baseboard. I remember that.
I've only put holes in drywall. Once actually. I only did it once myself, and then that one up there, I had to corral into bed after he put a hole through his wall. After the Falcons lost the Super Bowl.
Oh my god.
And he was drunk as a fucking chair.
I mean, who doesn't want to punch a good wall when you're
and I'm like, baby. Well, and it didn't help that my, at the time, roommate, Kyle, was at the Super Bowl working because he worked for Verizon and they were doing an event there. And he was a Pats fan. And he was also drunk off his ass and would not stop texting and calling Kyle. Gary, and then, I was just being an absolute asshole, and I had to be like, Kyle, you need to fucking stop this right now. I have to corral this 320-pound man out of a bar without getting in a fight with anybody wearing any color but red and black, and get him home, and we did, and then I was putting him to bed, and he put a hole through the drywall. And I put a hole through my drywall once, unintentionally, but it was during a sporting event because I spiked a bottle of Gatorade on the ground. It bounced and it went through the drywall after it was filled. After the A's lost in the wild card game against the Royals this season, the Royals went on to win the World Series.
I feel like you were kind of testing out being an angry white man.
I was just pissed.
You threw it on the ground and it bounced up.
It wasn't like I want to see if I just threw it.
Right.
I had a couple I just had bad luck with shit like that. Same house. That A's fucking Budweiser light I have over there. The neon doesn't work because when I was moving in with it had worked before. I tossed my phone, it bounced on the couch, and then my phone bounced and hit the bottom part of that, and it broke part of the fucking neon light.
No,
it's just
awesome.
ugh.
Also,
Awful.
I didn't even realize what the chat said. I know this will sound weird, but I imagine Sean just throws his girlfriend around in bed. And for some reason, Alex goes WTF to that.
Oh, I don't know if it was.
And then actually, no, that's Michael, and still WTF.
I don't know.
Is it that weird that someone would do that?
Or is he saying that's weird that someone's imagining that?
Oh.
Because that's also
a
valid question.
I'm really not too concerned about diving too far into whatever order says.
That's true.
To be honest with you.
Exposing your own peccadillos. You seem to me to be a man that is comfortable enough in his sexual prowess to not have to prove anything to anybody.
Not to order.
Not to. Well, I do to some people. If Eddie Cohn asked, I would tell him.
Exactly.
Would you?
Well,
would you tell your deepest, darkest sexual secrets?
He would not have to if he was
wearing
this
That's
shirt.
great.
He would not have to prove his sexual preference if he was wearing that shirt. But if you were not wearing that shirt, Sean,
then that would prove it.
What if he was wearing a rainbow crop top?
If I was shirtless and bare-chested,
Bare-chested.
my masculinity level to a 10 out of 10.
Bare-chested.
Oh. The comment.
10 out of 10.
It's weird that he imagines that. Oh, yeah.
I don't know, Alex. What have you?
I mean, is it?
Alex, what's the weirdest thing you ever imagined?
With us specifically, tell us your fan fiction.
Yeah.
BBE fan fiction reward. We will give
Mike,
one free
How do you feel
pre-workout.
that he doesn't think you're porn star material?
I don't give a shit.
Right?
He probably doesn't want to imagine me fucking somebody.
Him. Let's throw that out there.
Okay, well maybe he doesn't. Yeah, fair enough.
Do it.
He already thinks I'm fat, so I don't really care.
Kirby's fat, but in a good way.
I mean, I think you're pretty good body composition for 290 pounds.
I agree. I'll take my body comp.
And it's getting better
It's
and better.
I
surprising
agree.
that
Farther
you weigh
you go.
that much, to be honest with you.
And I weighed more.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Beginning
just,
of the year.
I mean,
I'm
I could
down,
get
I'm
to-
down 10 pounds.
I could get to 285, probably not that hard if I really wanted to.
You just have to. Yeah, you should
I would
eat.
just have to eat. My
Yeah.
body would do it just fine.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it works.
Yeah.
Train, eat, you will grow.
Eating is training.
Eating is the key to success.
Yeah.
And not eating a bunch of dog shit food, but a lot of good nutrient dense food. That's how
Kirby
you did
resents
it.
that.
With your super shakes and all the food you eat.
Shakes.
You're not eating Hardee's, 3 times a day. You didn't eat Hardee's 3 times a day to reach your weight.
That's true.
Gary probably was eating Hardee's 3 times a day.
Left to his devices, he'd eat crystals 3 times a day.
I like
If he had his druthers.
I like a good crystals.
Well, then why don't you come down and defend your damn self?
Well, then don't come down here. I have no real fantasies about you, guy.
I just think what you would do in the gym and Mike on the rugby field. Well, there's video of both of
I don't
those
have any
things.
real fantasies, and then he says them.
It's more. I mean, to be fair, those are performance. Like he wants to see.
They're not
He sees
sexual
us here
fantasies.
in what is the definition of sedentary, and I think he's
sedentary.
like, well, okay, now see them at rest. What would they be like performing?
Sedition.
What am I like performing? What do I on deadlifts?
You're currently doing
You're making
freestyle swim.
poetry on the platform. That would be a good, really awful, facetious like Instagram name. Poetry on the platform.
Platform poetry.
Mike Chubby.
Another ranking by order.
I know.
Coming in at number 3,
Hey.
Mike.
It's not a ranking, it's an order.
Whatever.
Okay.
It is. You're right. Is there a Michael Cuckle?
You'd still be my
So
bottom though.
these are our tags. I'm assuming.
Michael
That's what
would
he's saying.
definitely get to have the hot teacher or the tutor or somebody's mom. He would.
Been there.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Dude, I will never forget my 7th grade teacher, Miss Peace.
Now, don't say anything that can incriminate Miss Peace now. We don't need none of that.
I just put my hand on her like one time.
Whoa. So you were the predator in that situation.
I was not no predator.
I don't.
Your mom tossed my salad.
Dude, we've already been over the getting your ass ate, whether it's a guy or a girl, is fantastic.
Michael, how do you feel about his accusation that he
I don't concern myself with the accusation of a 35% plus body fat percentage.
Your mom is a nice lady. How old is she?
My mom's like 68.
Okay, 68-year-old woman order that you're talking about right now. You think about
I don't think it's that.
I bet she'd beat your ass.
She would.
The people's elbow.
Mm-hmm.
Coming for that jugular.
Mm-hmm.
Clap!
We should have order here and then have like...
We should just do a roast of order.
Oh, there you go. No. I was picturing see if Order was here, he would be the one guy on the couch and us three standing behind the couch just looking down at him. You get it?
Why? I don't.
You don't.
He's not.
You don't know. Do you get it, Sean?
He's not deserving of that spot.
Do you get it though?
I think he's probably.
Do you not
nice
know
guy.
the meme with the small white girl sitting on the couch with a bunch of black guys behind her? Yeah, that's what I meant.
Gangbang and furries. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on furries?
I'll be honest with you, Order. You're not that far off.
It's like, let's check off the ones I've done. 3, but I'm not telling you which 3.
Exactly.
Let's rank the likelihood of each.
But the one that we do have to ask, Sean, what are your thoughts on furries to help narrow it down?
I'm saying no more.
Follow up, what is your fursona?
Dude.
And what pronouns does it use?
Jesus. Look at this dog. Yeet. It's just too cute.
Yeet.
Mm-hmm. I love how taking the role of Gary is Reggie.
Makes sense.
Kirby. How do you exist the way that you do?
You say, why are you looking at me?
Kirby, say something.
He's actually been barking a lot this week.
I like how Reggie is watching.
He's always watching.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have primal urges? Are we on the primal urges?
No, we haven't even talked about fitness incentives at work.
Okay.
But we can talk about primal
let's check the time.
Well, I'm going to have to get out of here, to be honest, because I got to get up early.
That's okay.
Dang.
I have an 8 a.m. appointment, so I have to be up at 6:30.
Then why are you here?
Because I dedicated myself to this podcast before this job.
That's, wow. Good for you.
Hey, man, I'm not going to let this podcast down. So you wouldn't bang your best friend's girlfriend? No, we have fucking... No.
I might. But the rules are a little different in my community.
Yeah, right.
Because probably my best friend would also be there.
What? See, it all goes down to expectations.
That's right.
All right.
So under certain expectations.
Oh no! If it was like my best friend invited me to double penetrate his girlfriend or something along those lines, like a threesome like that, no sword crossing. Let's do it.
No crossing.
How does that work?
What do you mean?
Possible. Double penetration, but our dicks cannot touch.
Well,
yeah, because you can fuck her mouth and fuck her in the pussy at the same time.
Oh, that's
penetration.
Not, well,
that's spit roasting. First of all,
that is an Eiffel Tower.
It's
much more romantic.
No, I like spit roasting because we're dirty fucking sex pigs.
Yes, we like to tie up our women and spit on their feet and drag them around the house. That's what we do here. What?
Yeah. Reggie's judging.
I know. I just like how he just lays his head down and just stands
up.
That is my favorite thing that he does.
He's like a cow that sleeps standing up.
He is. And his tail uncurls. That's how you know that he's in shutdown mode.
Mm-hmm. Do you think
he's in sicko mode
that way?
No. Can confirm he does not.
Yeah. Because you have cameras.
So Michael goes in the pink and Sean takes anal. I mean, it'd be like you do. I don't care. Would you have a preference between ass and pussy in that case?
I mean, I would want, hopefully both at some point.
Fair enough.
In some order, but you have to be sanitary when you do that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But my question is do you like your girl's BBW?
That's such a subjective
The kind that will suck you dry and then eat some lunch with you.
Yes, I like that kind of girl.
The one who's ass on Houston, Texas, but their face looks just like Claire Huxtable.
Not really. I never thought Claire Huxtable was my exact type, but yeah, I'm not saying not for sure.
I mean, it's 2020, my man.
Exactly.
It's a new day.
Oh, Orny says no. He asked you to bang her. It depends if I like the girl or not. I'm not above that.
Are you down with OPP?
What? Are you down with DP?
What is OPP?
OPP.
What is OPP?
Yeah, you.
OPP my PP. What the fuck are you talking about?
Is this some Shakespearean stuff? OPP my PP. I don't know what that is.
Oh, Captain, my Captain. That is what I was thinking, like that. But OPP, my PP. Like, what do you mean? What is OPP?
When are we gonna start talking about the movie we're gonna do? Remember, we're gonna do a movie.
What?
Remember, we talked about it that one night, doing a movie.
I'm excited to hear about this movie.
Right?
Okay, but what is OPP, Sean? I have to ask before we go into this movie.
Alexa, play OPP.
No Op Left Behind by 21 Savage and Metro Boomin on Amazon Music.
I'm not mad at the song choice though.
I like 21.
Metro and his bitch on.
Alexa, play OPP.
No Op Left Behind by
No.
21 Savage.
What is the actual song called?
By Naughty by Nature?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alexa,
See, I knew Naughty
play
by Nature.
OPP by Naughty by Nature on Apple Music.
OPP by Naughty by Nature from Apple Music.
See, I'm trying to remember the song by them that was like, oh, finally, there we are. There we are. Oh, is it Pin the Tail on the Donkey or something like that? Was like the hook line from that? It was in Tony Hawk.
Oh, I can play.
I worked
Drop
Naughty
a
by
load on
Nature. I worked Naughty by Nature,
You
their
just knew what
25th anniversary at the
this song
Masquerade.
meant. You know. This song is like just extremely vulgar in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But you have no idea. It's almost like that song. Well, there's a lot of songs like that. Right?
There is.
Alexa, pause.
Dave Chappelle did a whole thing about that. When, like, to the window, to the wall. Oh, skeet, motherfucker. He was like, and white people don't know what that means. And we got away with it for so long.
That's
A
funny.
lot of white people probably didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
I knew what it meant pretty early, I think.
I think it's hard to not get an inkling that
But
that's
if you're
what
like
it
a
means.
40-year-old man and that song comes out, living in Georgia, you know, you're probably not listening to it anyway. But if you
Like,
are,
Skeet,
you're not knowing. You're at like you're playing it at a football game
At a hootenanny,
probably
yeah.
for your 12-year-old because you think it's the hip rap song.
Yeah.
And then they start twerking.
Dad, you're embarrassing me.
Somebody, the announcer for the county I went to high school, they referred to the coronavirus as the Chinese virus, and he
Yeah,
got,
the China syndrome. Or whatever.
Oh, what happened
Have you
to him?
not heard that?
Did he get canceled?
he got just destroyed. But it's so ridiculous. People just want a reason to. I mean, he was promoting masks. I mean, it's fucking Jackson County, number one, and
Bless.
it's not that bad, I believe, to call it, if the president says it, the Chinese virus.
Let me help.
Oh, yeah. It's very easy to, yeah.
Let me help.
It's
Now,
easy
I'm not going to
follow.
call it that,
It's okay.
but
It's all
you
good.
know, you're a
Right.
55-year-old man or some shit.
And, like, 55 is pretty old to be doing the monkey see, monkey do kind of thing. But, like, you know,
well,
some
you
people...
you don't know what else to call it, maybe.
If
I'm pretty
you
sure
literally
you
have no
know-
other exposure to it than conservative
Okay,
media,
well, you
then
probably do, but if the president says it, don't you? You know, a lot of people think that the president said it, so it's it's fine. The Chinese
That
virus.
is the dangerous
I-
thinking that is wrong with this country.
That and I would say that in most cases with lucid presidents, that is a fairly reasonable thing to say. But like usually they have some sense of decorum,
Are you
or like hold themselves to a social standard that this one has not.
Are you saying that Donald Trump is not reasonable?
Correct. I'm 100% saying that. I'm saying he's unreasonable and he's uncouth and he doesn't give a shit.
Uncouth.
He is.
Porter, what is the powerlifter stereotypes? Most powerlifters marry hot people So it's assumed they have huge dicks. What?
I mean, hey, I'll take that.
You know, that's cool, but I think that's
right.
just more like if you marry someone that's hot or you're with a hot girl, you must have a big dick. I think that's a more generalized assumption that you yourself have.
Sure.
And I'll be the first one to definitely say...
He'll be the first one to show his penis right now on Twitch for $10. Is that true?
Hey man, $10 is $10, but yeah, that's a very false stereotype there, my guy.
Well,
I don't think it's that far off.
Well, here it depends on the powerlifter because I.
No. I was just talking about
because you say if someone to me says powerlifter
person.
and you imagine a powerlifter, my mind goes to super heavyweight, and I would say that powerlifters marry hot people. Have huge dicks is like no and also no. Because like
I'm sure
a lot of super
Hack
heavyweights, a lot of the super power heavy, super heavyweights.
I mean, maybe to you.
Oh, I mean, I think they're fucking hot, but a lot of them. But yeah, they usually marry people who are not super hot, and I have on good authority that some of them aren't super well endowed either. So you know. Most powerlifters are not good looking.
How dare you talk about Dan
Dan Bell is fucking adorable.
And he has a giant dick,
apparently,
according to Lauren.
Yeah. Well, I've heard otherwise. I have it on
good authority.
We will talk tomorrow. Oh, Brandon disagrees with my assertion that QAnon has no basis in reality, and he said we'll talk tomorrow. And I don't think I'm gonna engage him in that.
Well, congratulations on that conversation you have tomorrow.
Yep, that won't be happening. Yeah. Anyway,
just don't let it slow my workout down.
One question, really quick: is QAnon the same as Anonymous? Like the what about them?
It's all fucking conspiracy theory and no basis in reality.
No, like the thing is like anyone can claim to be anonymous and release that shit. Like there's never been.
Oh no, that's different. Sorry, we're not talking about the same thing.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm talking about Anonymous as like the group of hackers.
Yeah,
who
no,
get, like,
wrong.
Wiki
Yeah,
links.
not the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, not correct in saying they're the same thing.
Got it. Understood.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know much about either of those organizations or group of people or philosophies or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Is his wife hot? Sorry, keep going. I'm gonna look up his Instagram now.
Hathor's wife is hot. I would say. What about the fucking Australian satanic dude or whatever? His like girlfriend or whatever the fuck.
But she
was a porn star. She was a porn star.
Right, she's like an adult film. She's a
look at Garrett
Fear and Andrew House. Okay, yeah, but they're also like. Garrett Fear is not very big.
I don't think he dates anybody.
Andrew House.
And Andrew
with
those people have more in common than one being hot.
I know.
Or those people have other commonalities.
And I will also say that they're also people outside of powerlifting, if you can believe that. They have more to them than just powerlifting. And call me crazy, but that might be something that attributes to them having a attractive mate. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't fully understand not looking or not good looking. Oh, so to make up for it, they have. That's so weird.
I feel like a lot of powerlifters are good. The powerlifters are the good ones. On average, are probably more attractive group of people than not. I'm not a good person to ask though.
I would say not compared to other weight related, like fitness related, like sports, if you will. Powerlifters versus
I don't know. I've seen some bodybuilders that are busted fucking looking.
Okay, well, I'm not going to talk like
awful.
Like
I'm like, you are not. I can see why you bodybuild because
what about like
you are like a
physique?
2.
What about like classic physique though?
I don't. That's not a sport to me. I don't
doesn't exist for women though.
Huh?
What does that have to do with
what
women?
is classic physique?
No, classic physique is the thing that came out after the physique for bodybuilding, but classic physique they have like to show their legs, but it's more based on like having the thinner waist, doing the vacuums and stuff like that.
I don't know.
What the fuck is that dude's name? Hold on, I'm trying to remember the white dude. I'll show you an example.
Bodybuilding with training
1970s
wheels.
bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Current.
Yeah.
Classic.
You're not ugly and you guys powerlift. Okay. I'm still not falling, but okay.
Chris Bumstead. Let's look him up really
Bumstead. That's a great name.
quick. I know.
Why don't you lick my Bumstead?
This is what they look like whenever they do their classic physique competitions.
They're like bodybuilders.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but they're just not as big as.
He's also not. He's also a weird example because not everybody can do that. A vacuum like that.
No, but
I
it
used to
is
when I was
pretty common in the classic physique world at that level, I would say. You know.
What's up?
Nothing.
What you bringing me?
Nothing.
What you heat up?
Chicken.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Mike is. Oh, I'm just fat. I'm not better.
Kirby's fat.
Michael, you're gonna be tired in the morning.
I know. I'm about to get out of here. I'm also just really lazy feeling right now because of how tired I am and I don't want to drive home.
I know that feeling.
Mm-hmm. I've driven.
Are y'all talking about anything interesting?
That's subjective.
We talked about communication earlier.
Comes
what
down
a
here and
power
immediately
bottom
insults
is.
us.
We talked about some prank phone call stuff, which
Stupid.
you should show him the John Cena
I will.
prank phone call.
I will.
At another time when I'm not here, so I don't have to sit through it again.
Sean
Andrew
really
House
doesn't
does
like
have a
anything
huge-
repeated.
I like it, but I just like
I don't
after.
know if I agree with that.
Maybe he,
I bet
From what I've
from
seen,
his
it is fairly standard issue.
but maybe to Orr's perspective.
Is that the
Okay.
boyfriend?
That's yeah.
That's a pretty big dick.
It
I
ain't
think
that
it
big.
is. I think it's bigger than average, Mike. I
Is
think
it?
Yeah.
It must just be
You're
the angle.
you're undercut. I guess I saw an angle that made it look like it was.
That's a big dick.
Okay. Well, applause to him. I guess I have standards. And all this
Size
dick
queen.
and all this dick that I'm getting.
Mike said, if you're not above
If you ain't in the double digits, you ain't
right,
Yeah.
9 is pushing.
And half of it covered in a fupa. 8.5. Okay. I have questions. I have so many questions.
Are you gonna have what?
Inches.
Decimeters.
Decimeter.
Angstroms. Furlongs.
Nautical miles.
My friend used to fuck him. Huh.
What was his name?
What was his name?
Andre.
Thoughts and prayers.
Mike likes 11 or Biggie. I do like Biggie.
11.
Or
That is
bigger.
a large penis.
That is. I don't think I've ever seen one that big.
Did you ever
In
hear?
real
I
life.
heard the story. Did you guys ever hear of Superman of Cuba?
No.
You guys have never heard of that shit? It was a guy that was a
You
sex
are like
performer.
the surprised about the fact that we don't know the most esoteric shit. What
No.
do you mean you don't know the bird language?
Okay,
Like literally no one's ever heard of the bird language.
it's like actually like really fucking common.
I've never fucking
Michael,
It's-
I've
okay.
never heard
It's-
of it.
Okay, that's what's on the Rosetta Stone.
Is that?
That's true. It's pretty fucking common.
But is it? I've never. It's not. That's not the name of the language.
That is.
That's like a nickname.
It's what no one's been able to translate the Rosetta Stone, so they call it the language of the birds. They think that everyone would be able to understand it, but yet no one's been able. Well, anyways, okay, Superman of Cuba. I thought you guys might have heard about it because he is probably one of the most legendary sex performers and penises of all time. He was a guy in Cuba in the 1940s. He used to date Salvador Dali and other things like that. But cold, you can look it up, and it is like confirmed, verified. There was never any pictures of this, but 19 inches. Cold.
Wow.
That's terrible.
Cold.
That is. Why would you want that?
And that was a real fucking thing. And he would perform in the early 1940s in different
probably
like
had a condition.
cabarets and shit like that
He
in
stretches
Cuba.
his penis out.
I don't know.
Did he jump rope with that motherfucker?
I don't know, man. 19 fucking
he
inches.
still
That's
done?
absolutely insane, though. Holy shit. But yeah, like apparently, like Salvador Dali and like a lot of like notable people around like that time period or whatever, like would pay him and use him like a whore almost.
Wow.
More like a horse.
Yeah. But there's also a movie on him too and everything too. Like there's a TV shows and movie and like
it's called Use Like a Whore.
Yeah, something like that.
The man with the 19-inch penis.
I wish somebody used me like a whore.
Order.
I wish someone would ruin my hole forever.
You were so wrong on like all accounts.
What?
I don't know.
He's trying to guess dick sizes.
Mike, you got a really large window. 0.7
I do.
of an inch.
I have.
Yeah.
No, I have a. It's a whole inch, in fact.
Oh, you're right.
Why would
he
you
give me a
do
whole?
that?
He's
Yeah,
like, he
that's
might
right.
be small, he might be kind of big.
Nobody knows. But he's pretty sure he
Gary
knows.
doesn't know.
Those were pretty quick on the draw.
Yeah. Also very wrong.
Why would you think about their penis size? Alex, that might be the best question you've ever asked. Order, why are you talking about us in this way? It's kind of, it's a bit fast for me.
I have a hypothetical for you.
What?
Do you think that if your more intimate details were more widely available, if you will, do you think it would help you to get a certain type of clientele more?
Oh.
I don't think it would. I think the two groups of, I don't know. Perhaps.
You think?
Perhaps.
For coaching?
That's not something I want to do, though.
Well, the thing is, though, is you never really know. Because sometimes...
I do know.
Well, okay, some people make it obvious at the beginning. Some people don't make it more obvious until later on. Like one of your clients that you told me about. And, yeah, so... And some people maybe you never know. So it's like, it's just a question of, like, what if it's between you and somebody else and that's the tiebreaker?
Then I'm not the guy anyway if it's that close, which it never is.
If it comes down to what you're talking about to decide on a personal trainer,
well, I mean, yeah.
I don't know if that would be the best client that you would want to
Right.
raise.
Well, but like, what if it's but what if that's the okay?
No.
I'm not asking you.
What are you asking though?
Asking if basically
saying-
everyone knew about Sean and his sexual preferences and how he likes to fuck in bed, right? Are you asking
I
like
understand
that?
your question.
No.
And then if it
I mean,
was
not
more
necessarily.
widely known, like about all that intimate detail,
Yeah.
and if everyone knew that they would base their preference on him being a personal trainer, like more
I'm
biased.
just
be
saying,
seen as
would
a
it
positive.
would it be
Yeah.
seen as a positive because it's not the reason? I mean, it might be.
Most people
It might be
choose
a reason for it, but like, what if that's the fucking tiebreaker? Most people choose their client or their coach. You mean? Most people choose to hire, I guess is what you're saying, based on how hot they are.
That is not a reason that I want. It might exist because people are people,
Right.
but it's not something I want to get too much involved in.
I get it. I'm not. That was not at all like a marketing suggestion. It was just
I get it.
a thought experiment.
And there can be some intertwinings if you know
Yeah.
me. You know, if you're close enough to me, you'll know things. You know what you know about your friends.
Yeah.
You have conversations with people that you've known for years.
That's true.
But that's earned information.
Right.
And you choose who you give your information to.
That's fair.
Actually, you fucking don't choose. Facebook
Depending
steals your
on-
fucking
that's true.
information.
I was
Oh
gonna
my
say,
God.
optimistically, what you said is true. And for what it's worth, I chose to hire you without having seen your dick.
Well, you couldn't have found it even if you looked. You couldn't have. So
But I also probably wouldn't have hired you if you
probably
didn't offer a
could've.
free month. So
I'm sure.
because I was just like, fuck it, what do I have to
I
lose?
agree exactly.
And I'm
Look,
like, hey, this isn't so bad.
free is fine with me. You number one, prove you know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
That's like you get to have a car for maybe a couple
test drive.
weeks. Right.
It's a test drive.
So You know, and you probably could have found it if you looked hard enough, perhaps. I don't know.
So none of you have thought about fucking you guys' clients. I don't have any clients.
Absolutely not.
And he doesn't train women.
So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna stop talking to order now.
Okay, so really quick before I get out of here, because I was thinking about energy drinks. Did any of you other guys try that key lime pie Bang energy drink yet?
No.
It is so fucking.
I love key lime pie flavor.
I
So does too.
Literally tastes like.
Is there cheesecake in there?
Yes, but there's not any more chicken nuggets.
Right.
We can have cheesecake. We'll have cheesecake later.
Chicken nuggets were spicy.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Right? You wanted them.
Well, they
Maybe
were
not.
They were not
weren't
for me.
spicy. They weren't spicy. Never.
No,
mind.
I've never. I was about to say I've never.
Yeah.
I'm like, they got spicy nuggets now.
That would be so.
They've
sick.
been holding out on me. It must be a Buford Highway only. That would be the place to start. It would be Buford
Oh
Highway.
my god!
The line was crazy though.
Really?
It's the longest
It's
line
usually
I ever saw.
no.
It usually there's no.
It's
line.
not longer than Pleasant Hill.
Pleasant Hill or Jimmy Carter.
Pleasant Hill.
I
didn't know there was one on Jimmy Carter.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
on the
there
other
is.
side of 85 from my office, next to Chipotle.
I never realized that.
Yeah.
Oh.
But they all get busy.
They do.
And it was not that busy because it was 9:15 at night.
Oh wow.
But the line was probably 10 times longer than it has been the last few weeks.
Wow. Well, it is a Friday.
Damn.
But the same day for the last few weeks.
You know who else gets busy?
Your mom. No.
H&R Block in April
For tax season.
Real busy.
The song that the question that eliminated Ken Jennings from Jeopardy.
What? I didn't know that.
This seasonal company, yada yada yada, and Ken Jennings got it wrong. That's the question.
Oh, did he probably think it was like Hallmark or some shit?
No, I forgot what he thought.
Or like a Spode or something that does Christmas shit?
I don't remember.
Huh.
But yeah.
You like how you already tell me you don't remember and I continue to ask questions so you do remember? You're just like, again, I don't fucking know.
It was another company perhaps. It was maybe UPS or FedEx.
Oh, well that's not seasonal though. They see an uptick.
Well, it wasn't. I don't remember exactly, but the H&R Block was the correct answer. He got it wrong.
Anyway, well that was a fun story.
How long do you guys warm up for squat? Probably for 10 to 15 minutes, and then probably warm up to get to a top working weight. It probably takes
at least a half hour.
At least 30 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, just because. I mean, working with two people and giving yourself enough time, because, I mean, we go pretty heavy, if you know what I mean, so we gotta do a lot of warm-ups to this.
Order does it in 10 minutes, but he's a punk bitch.
Well, to be fair, I used to start, like, when I was lifting on my own, there were times where, to warm up a squat, I would start with 315. I wouldn't start with the bar or 135. I would just go right to 315, because I'm like, I don't have time for this. And I could do it, and I was fine. I think. So.
Well, that's great. That sounds like a bad idea.
It is awful.
But you remember I used to do that.
Yeah, it was awful.
Why was it awful?
Because it's too much weight to be in mood.
Oh, okay. As evidenced by ... How long do your workouts last? They can take 3 hours.
Not a typical workout. See, we're talking about like a long squat day or deadlift day with multiple people, but you could also be talking about or bench takes 45 minutes, but then training arms could take only 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Because it's a completely different type of training.
Right.
So I've done arms in an hour or less quite often. When I would go to Gold's, because they would close at 9 o'clock, I wouldn't get there until 8:15. It gave me a better workout because you're taking correct rest periods. But if you're talking about doing a heavy technical lift, it's going to take a lot more time. You're doing that for strength. You're going to have to take longer rest periods. So,
competition squat training.
3 hours.
3 hours to do everything. Yeah. Between warming up and between warming up and finishing your competition squat, I'd say par for the course is like 2. I don't think it takes that long.
2?
Like 2 hours just to finish squats is not is pretty normal, I would say. But if we really fucking pushed it and we had ready access to the equipment when we needed it, it would be like an hour and a half, and then we could probably finish all of our accessories within another 45. So squat day's longer though. Like if we're doing bench day, bench is way faster. We could easily finish a full workout if we had full reign of what we needed within 2 hours. But it usually takes a little bit longer because we gotta wait on other people, or we're workshopping shit, and we're just like, okay, do that same set again, but try it with a different grip or fucking something. So, because we workshop shit a lot. So it's hard to answer that question, Reggie. Oh, buddy. He is. I hate to say it, but this dog is horny as hell. Mm-hmm. He really is. Mm-hmm. Anyway, sorry, not to derail it.
Poor Kirby.
Kirby's just the object of his. It's not personal. He's just looking for some. Oh, that's so sweet. But we all know what cuddles turn into.
We know.
Come over and cuddle.
Do you want to cuddle? There'll be no cuddling in my house.
No. Cuddling was like Netflix and chill before Netflix and chill was a thing.
It definitely was.
You know? It's like, do you ever get in a cryogenic chamber? I have.
I have not.
I have. It's fine. It was like super cold, but it didn't feel like it gave me the same sort of like cold, like pervasive, like cold to the bone feeling that I get from going in a cold pool at like Jeju or an ice bath.
Well, most people don't even do that. I mean, you take a lot of those things are quite unusual.
Yeah, well, but I don't do them now,
right?
Because I can't because of COVID. And it's not like we work out with the fucking Falcons and have ready access to a cold tub.
Do you think it's affected your recovery?
Kind of. I feel like I'm getting. I feel like I'm getting a lot more like little like niggling little injuries.
Wow.
You know, like little like.
Is that the bird language, Gary?
I get so turned on. Okay, so actually, to that effect, one of the things I really like to do when I go to my dogs are crazy.
Take PCP.
I do like to take PCP and get in fights with police. No, I like to go to this Korean spa place where you get fully naked, but that's not the point. But you go into a steam room, and I stay in the steam room as long as I can until I feel like I'm gonna fucking pass out almost. And then I get out of the steam room, rinse off really quick, and I get immediately into a cold tub, and I stay in the cold tub until I feel like I'm involuntary, until I'm shaking. And that doesn't even take that long. That only takes 5.
How does that help the recovery? Is it like the trauma?
So
and the hormones and stuff?
Heat shock and cold shock proteins. And I've heard that hormonally it releases more testosterone. I mean, I've heard a bunch of different stuff, right? But he's saying that I get so turned on. So I do that, right? So I go hot in the steam room, cold in the cold bath, and then there's a warm bath, which is let's say 92 degrees. Like a warm bath. And you get in that, and once you start thawing out, you get this rush of endorphins, and it just feels so good, this feeling of well-being. And I don't get turned on, which is good because it's not cool to be completely naked in public and have a hard on. Not to say it doesn't happen there, but luckily it hasn't happened to me.
That's good.
But there's also not very many attractive people there. I'm just gonna say that. But some people do, and that's a different story for a different time. But yeah, no, you totally get an endorphin rush from that, and I think it has helped my recovery. And it's also interesting that I'll do that usually that cycle 3 times, and after the first one, it's way easier. I feel like I can stay in the hot steam room longer. I feel like it's easier to get into the cold pool. I can stay in there longer. It's how your body adapts to that,
right? To
the hot and the cold. So
how long does this take you
to do 3 cycles of that?
Yeah.
Half hour, 20 minutes, half hour, something like that.
Not that long.
Not long, no. Usually it's enough time that he'll get in the steam room and he'll be like, all right, fuck it, I'm going to get a massage. or like I'm gonna give it a foot rub. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm poor, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna spend $60 on a foot rub.
Freeing air.
Yeah. Oh, just the freezing air that gets me going. That's weird. I mean, it's not that I'm judging you. I can't imagine that because it's really cold. Like, I would feel like that would do the opposite of. But
it should do the opposite, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
But like, if it's doing something to your brain, maybe afterwards, like once you thaw out, if you got a raging boner, I guess I could see that.
That's what defeated the Germans in World War II. It was so cold, all the Russians had raging boners.
Yeah. Wait, the other way around. The Germans got raging boners.
Well, they all would have raging boners, but the Russians wouldn't have known how to handle them.
Ah, right. They were fornicating with each other.
This is some Bill Cosby type shit over here.
Right here?
Yes.
Oh, the fact that Kirby's like asleep and Reggie is like...
Oh!
See?
Oh!
Reggie, buddy. When I step out, I get so turned on. Yeah. Okay, cool. Then keep doing it as long as it's working out for you, man.
Turn it on.
What?
It's so awkward.
Where did y'all come in contact with this order? Before here at all?
No.
You're so insulted. No! How dare you say that
I don't know. We don't know who he is. I thought we all agreed on that. He's just like, he likes our podcast, I guess.
Yes, Reggie is ready to go.
He's been ready to go. He's all day.
And poor Kirby, he just wants to nap.
Kirby's like, it is after 1 a.m. or whatever. I'm trying to sleep. And Kirby's like, Reggie's like, let me get that.
I'm ready to wrap it up if you are.
All right.
Get some cheesecake.
I'm ready to have that and then some cheesecake. We didn't have any illustrious guests today. So,
that's okay.
Yeah. So
they can't all win the Oscar.
No. As Shane did.
He was good.
He was good.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Nothing but illustrious guests.
Bye.
I'm ready to eat this chicken and then some cheesecake here. But I have been generally speaking eating a slice of that and then having a casein shake and calling it a goddamn night. Most nights, because I try to stay consistent.
That's good.